viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum tac. Și răspund după ce înțeleg ce ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trecem prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieten, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, să mă cheamă propriu destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Fiindcă avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Ce ale, nu știu ce să aleg. Dar ce ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu, de alei. Dar ce ale.
Știi, avem o singură viață și
nu știu ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life. Learn it, love it, live it. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum tac. Și răspund după ce înțeleg ce ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trecem prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieten, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, să mă cheamă propriu destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit.
And welcome everyone to another deadline stream on this channel. Good morning everyone, good evening, depending on whichever country you're watching me from. Thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it. FPL is finally back after this international break. I'm really glad that FPL is back. So yeah, welcome everyone to this stream. Today, again, I made my transfer, so it's going to be a more chill stream for me, but I'm here to answer any questions you have. And yeah, Gaming 12 Fantasy Premier League. How's everyone doing? What a lot of a lot of injuries. Let me just say it like that in this international break. So, yeah, probably a lot of you have a lot of questions now. Also, a lot of price rises happened last night. So probably you made already your moves. But yeah, we're going to discuss about different topics today. We're going to discuss about my plans for the future, my cheap strategies, and all that good stuff. Hi Dexter, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Good evening. Hi Akhil Sayed, thanks a lot guys for joining the stream. How are you? Yeah, I'm really good. Just wake up 1 hour ago, so something like that. So yeah, maybe my face is not so ready for this stream, but yeah, I'm doing fine. Really happy that FPL is back. Really happy that Premier League is back. And yeah, today we have some really nice fixtures to look, to watch, and yeah, as a Liverpool fan, I'm excited to see my team playing again. So yeah, hopefully they're going to play a little bit better, right? Hopefully everything is working. Okay. Yeah, I think that you can hear me okay. Hopefully we beat Forest. Yeah, Liverpool are going to go into an amazing run of fixtures, so hopefully that they can turn it up a little bit. Uh, yeah, as a Liverpool fan, obviously I wanted them to do good, so yeah, hopefully we can get some wins for this run. And as a new Virgil van Dijk owner, hopefully we can get also some clean sheets. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. That would be great. We're going to discuss about Liverpool, about Arsenal, about a lot of teams today because we have a lot of information to process. Um, but yeah, how are you doing, guys, in general? What's your rank at the moment? Which moves did you do this game, if you did any at all? Yeah, please let me know. Straight up, Semenyo and Gay, what's the thing with them? Play, hold, or sell? Gay is fit to play. We're going to look also what we found out from the press conferences, but Gay he is available for this gaming, so I suspect that he's going to start. Now, if you have Gay, obviously I think that you should just start him. The fixture is great. Calafiori also, I think that he's fine. I mean, Art not 100% fine because he left the Italy camp. Then we got the news that he's fine, and then yesterday Arteta said something like he hasn't trained yet. Now, if you have Calafiori, I would start him probably. I would risk it, but yeah, there's. I think that if he's either going to feature in that game, he's going to be for a start, or I don't think that he's going to came in for 10 minutes cameo, but I guess that's possible also. And with Semenyo, probably is the hardest injury to process because again, from my point of view, I have Semenyo, and I think that I'm going to keep him. Now, if I had 5 free transfers or something, that probably I would just get him out of my team. But because the fixture is that good against West Ham at home, I think that I'm going to just keep Semenyo, and I suspect that he's going to be fine. Hopefully for me, if Semenyo is going to feature, hopefully he's going to be from the start, or he's not going to feature at all. So make sure you have your bench order correctly. Make sure you have a decent alternative on the bench. But again, depending on your strategy, if you free it in gaming 13, then yeah, maybe I would be more tempted to just sell Semenyo. Uh, But yeah, it's a tough one. Iraola said that we need to wait and see. The latest news was that he had a little ankle injury before the Aston Villa game, but again, he played in that game against Aston Villa, so I suspect that the injury is not that bad. And anyway, I think that the injury is not that bad for Semenyo. If he's going to miss this game, I think that he's going to be back as soon as possible. But it really depends what you can do. I did Gabriel to Virgil van Dijk, same. Akhil Sayed, I did my transfer last night because a lot of players who I was about to sell and I was about to buy were rising and falling in price. So yeah, I did my moves um, yesterday. we're going to. This is my team at the moment. So surprise, surprise! I did Gyökeres to Thiago and Gabriel to Virgil van Dijk. The most boring move you're going to see this gaming. But again, for my team, it just makes a lot of sense. I wanted to buy Virgil van Dijk even before the Gabriel injury. So yeah, this was my plan all along before he was going to be that popular. I suspect that now a lot of people are just going to do Gabriel to Virgil van Dijk, but I wanted to do that move before the injury. So yeah, that was my plan uh, all along. So yeah, this is how I'm probably going to line up. I had two free transfer this game week and I used both of them, so I have zero right now. That's why again I'm not going to sell Semenyo for a -4. I think that I'm just going to risk it for him to play against West Ham at home. But yeah, I can understand if you have multiple transfers, multiple free transfers, you can make a case about selling Semenyo. But again, if he's going to start against West Ham, that's a fixture you really want to have Semenyo, also considering his huge ownership at the moment. But yeah, the only annoying thing for my team is that Reindeers also dropped in price again, so he's 5.4 millions at the moment. What an annoying player was Reindeers for me. I think that he alongside Dubravka probably are the only players who I had from game week 1. So I had Reindeers from game week 1. He's just my 8 attacker, so he's not going to play for my team probably any time at all, but it's really annoying that I lost a lot of value with him. I mean 0.1 millions, but you can't really catch all the drops. Hi Lander Fernandez, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Start Donnarumma or Petrovic? I would start Petrovic. Again, I'm not sure if you have also Senesi in your team, but I think that it doesn't really matter. I think that I would start anyway Petrovic over Donnarumma, because I think that again a lot of people are talking about Newcastle being that this horrible team at the moment. I just think that they are great at home. And definitely they have a chance to score against Manchester City. This is how I feel at the moment. So so I think that I would start Petrovic. The fixture is just too good to turn up against West Ham at home. Now, could West Ham score against Bournemouth? Yes, of course, that could happen, but I would take that chance and I would start Petrovic, I think. Leander Fernandez. Captain Salah, Haaland, or Mateta, I have all three. If I had Mohamed Salah, I would captain him. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. Besides the other question, as you can see, at the moment I'm captaining Mateta. Mateta had my captaincy armband for in the last 2 weeks, I think. So I think that I'm going to stick with this decision. I have a feeling about Mateta being an okay captaincy option. I know that nobody is talking about Mateta as a captaincy option, but I just think that he's okay, mostly because of the fixture, mostly because I really trust Crystal Palace to create a lot of chances. And I just don't think that Wolverhampton having a new coach is going to impact them that much. So at the moment I'm captaining Mateta over Haaland, but again, if you want to captain Haaland, I perfectly understand. I don't think that's a bad decision at all. It's never a bad decision to captain Haaland. He's in amazing form at the moment, so yeah, if you want to go safe, that's probably the way you should go. Opromara, thanks a lot for joining. Hi Denis, what do you think of Cunha? I think that he is an interesting one. Now, maybe I don't know. A lot of people at the moment are talking about buying multiple Manchester United midfielders and players. Maybe that's because a lot of injuries. Maybe that's because Gabriel got injured, because Semenyo is a doubt, because people don't know what to do with Enzo Fernandez. But yeah, in particular, I like Cunha. I think that Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo are still slightly better as FPL options. But I'm going to be honest here with you. If I was to buy a Man United player, I would be tempted to go for Cunha because he's a huge differential at the moment. Now, again, the ideal situation for me is going to be wait after that fixture against Crystal Palace away for Manchester United, and then maybe I'm going to consider selling someone like Unjay or someone like Semenyo to Cunha. But I suspect that his minutes are going to be good now that Sesko is going to be out, as we know. When Mbeumo is going to go to African Cup of Nations, his minutes are still going to be good. But again, in an ideal scenario, I would like to wait 1, 2, 3 fixtures, games before buying Cunha. But I think that is a great differential if you want to go there. I still think that Mbeumo and Bruno Fernandes are slightly better, but also they are more expensive than Cunha. So yeah, I don't mind it at all. Yeah, I'm in my case again, I'm not going to buy Cunha for -4 or something like that. So yeah, 11 people on the stream. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Really appreciate it. Leave a like also if you enjoy the stream, if you watch my content, if you enjoy my content, and also hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would be really helpful for me, and I really appreciate it. So thanks again for turning up to this stream. Dexter, he will come back a little later with my team and need to see what to do with injuries. You're talking about Cunha? Um, yeah, yeah. If you're talking about Cunha, yeah, maybe I'm going to think also about buying Cunha, but not now. Maybe in Game Week 14, maybe something like that. Leander Fernandez, do you think it's worth taking out Semenyo for SAR for -4? I don't think so. I have 3.1 millions in the bank, so I have the money to go from Semenyo to Bukayo Saka, and for some people it would be a no-brainer, right? But I just don't think that I want to take that -4. If that makes sense. Again, it really depends how many players you have who are going to go to the African Cup of Nations. If you want to buy Sar, Sar, I think that he's better than Semenyo, right? For the next 3 fixtures, for the next 4 fixtures, I think that he's better in particular as an option. But the thing is, if Semenyo is going to play, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself for selling him for -4, you know, because if Semenyo is going to play, for an example, I much rather have someone like Semenyo than someone like Bukayo Saka probably for this fixture, for Game Week 12. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe that sounds a little bit insane, but yeah, I think that the fixture is way better for Bournemouth against West Ham than for Arsenal against Spurs. Now with Sar again, you have a really good fixture also there against Wolverhampton, but I don't think that I would sell him for -4. If that was for free, then yeah, I could understand it. Um, if I had the possibility to sell Semenyo to Saka for free, probably I would do it. But for -4, I just don't think that's worth it. Now again, if you really think that he's going to miss, then maybe it could be worth it. But that's the problem. We don't know if he's going to miss. We don't know if he's going to be on the bench. We don't know if he's going to play 90 minutes. So yeah, Start Njaya or Voltemad. Hi Frank Golding, thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it. For me, that's an easy decision, I think. Voltemad against Manchester City or Njaya against Man United. I think that I would start Njaya. Also, again, Voldemort could be on penalties if Gordon is not going to be on the pitch, but Njaya is on penalties for Everton for the entirety of the game. So yeah, I think that I would go with Njaya. The fixture is better, I think. Yeah, obviously the fixture is better against Man United than it is Manchester City. So yeah, I would start Njaya, but again. Hi Andrew Lin. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Start Ahmad or Soboslai? I would. That's tough. That's tough because we're going to discuss also a little bit about Liverpool later. The thing is, Soboslai could play as a right back. Now, again, we don't know at the moment exactly how that's going to go. If I was sure about Soboslai starting in midfield, I would just say to you, start Soboslai. He's a better pick than Ahmad. I guess also Ahmad is going to start as a uh, left wing back. Uh, but yeah, he's going to be more attacking probably. So again, if Soboslai is going to start as a right back for Liverpool, then he's going to be better for DEFCON. He's still going to be on some set pieces. I think that if you have Soboslai, I would start him. I think that this is going to be my final decision on this because I just think that the fixture is better for Liverpool. As I said before, he's on some set pieces. He could be decent for defensive contributions. They could also start Gomez or Curtis Jones as a right back, and Soboslai could be also in midfield because right now also Florian Wirtz is out, so Uh, I think that Arne Slot is going to try to start Soboslai in midfield. And yeah, anyway, I talked too much about this. Sorry about that. Andrew Lin, I think that I would start Soboslai if you have him, because if he's going to get a yellow card, then he's going to miss next gaming. So if you have Soboslai, probably I would just start him, yes. Any news on Semenyo? Not too much. Not too much. Hi, UK Zizou. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Um, we're going to move to Twitter to see what happened in the press conferences. Um, but with Semenyo, it's unclear, and probably we're not going to get any more news about him. Let me just do this and this, and let's see. Yeah, let me just. Again, if you have the opportunity to sell Semenyo for free to a Bukayo Saka, to a Brian Mbeumo, then yeah, I think that I can understand it, because Mbeumo, Saka probably are still better than Semenyo anyway, even if he's going to start. But yeah, I would not be so sure about that. Um, so yeah, let's move and see what happened in the press conferences. For Aston Villa, again, Ezri Konsa, Mati Cash, Bogarde will be fit for Gaming 12. If any of you guys have these players from Aston Villa, they are going to be fine. Um, Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Arsenal also. So Gabriel, if you missed that news somehow, guys, he's going to be out for weeks. Now, again, weeks in this stage of the season means a lot of games, right? Because this fixture is really congested. We're going to have also the festive period, so a lot of games are going to be played in the next month, let's say. So Gabriel is going to miss a lot of games. He's a definite sell for pretty much everyone. Hi, Mattis. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. People keep talking about transferring out Semenyo, but what is your opinion on a bench option instead of risk playing Semenyo because of his ownership? I have Minte for sub. Uh, yeah, a lot of people are talking about selling Semenyo. For me, in my case, I'm just going to play him, and if not, I have Alderete, who's going to be coming in instead of Semenyo. So yeah, not the best cover. But again, in your case, I would also try to have to play Minte in Gaming 12, because I think that the picture is okay, and yeah, his mates are looking great at the moment. So yeah, for most people, I would advise you to keep Semenyo and start him, and just hope that he's going to start, or he's not going to feature at all. So that would be my advice here. Again, I could be wrong. Semenyo could be on the bench. He could also came in and play 10 minutes or something like that. But I just think that he's that type of player who is going to start or not, pretty much, or not feature at all. Uh, but yeah, if you have 5 free transfers, if you don't know what to do with them, yeah, selling Semenyo to Mbeumo, to Acuna, to Bukayo Saka, I don't think that's a bad decision at all. Even to someone like Ismail Assar. Uh, So yeah, I suspect that he's going to be fine. Now we're going to talk about Semenyo in a minute. Just let's finish with Arsenal. So Gabriel is definitely sell. Calafiori is yet to following his. Calafiori is yet to train. This was from yesterday, so he didn't train with the team. Um, but again, with Calafiori the same. If you have him, I would just start him probably. And other than that, we don't know what's happening with Odegaard. We don't know what's happening with Gyökeres, Havertz, Madueke. For Everton, Braithwaite, Patterson were already on the injury list. So yeah, if you have someone like Keane, Tarkovsky, you're perfectly fine. Sesko again is going to be out for weeks. And that's why a lot of people at the moment are talking about Mateusz Cunha, because his minutes are going to go up from here. And also he's going to play as a number 9 while Sesko is out. So that's good news for anyone who is interested in Cunha. Kudus is also available. I'm starting Semenyo and I have Rodon as the first substitute. That's perfectly fine. Again, I suspect that Semenyo is going to start, but I could be wrong. And yeah, if that's going to happen, I think that the injury is not that bad at all. So he's going to be back for gaming 13 against Sunderland. Now, it really depends, guys, also on your chip strategy. If you're free hitting in gaming 13, for an example, you can have him on the free hit then. So yeah, if you wanted to sell, it was a good opportunity to do it last night. Hi, the Hull production. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Why would you captain Mateta? He might get subbed early and KTA is fine, and they got lots of fixtures coming up. Is Joao Pedro viable captain option? Now, again, um, you're asking me about my decision to captain Mateta, and also your level of fixture as Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro is not on penalties. And the stats are just better for Mateta, so I would not think too much about this. If you're asking me about captaining Joao Pedro or Mateta, I would definitely just go for Mateta. Now, again, he's playing. The reasons for me to captain Mateta is because I don't have Mohamed Salah, I don't have Bukayo Saka, I don't want to captain Bruno Fernandes, and I want to go against Erling Haaland. So he's playing against the worst defense in the Premier League. I think that Wolverhampton conceded the most goals this season. Again, I'm not trying and I don't want to convince anyone to captain Mateta. I know that nobody is talking about him, but his stats are, I don't know, just to have a clear image, just Erling Haaland has better XG per 90 minutes than Mateta. So that says a lot, right? Now, again, I trust more Crystal Palace to get a lot of chances, and it's true what you said about Nketiah. He's back available with the team. Now, yeah, that's a little let's say discomfort for me, but I don't think that's enough to put me off about captaining Mateta. He's just back after an injury. Again, Mateta definitely is going to start. Nketiah, maybe he's going to play 10, 20 minutes, something like that, but we're not sure even if he's going to be on the bench. Now, uh, the coach said that Nketiah is going to be available, he's going to be with the squad, but we don't know if he's going to feature at all. But that's a slightly risk, yeah. I would say for Mateta to not play 90 minutes, but I would say the same could go for, yeah, Joao Pedro. Chelsea are going to play against Barcelona midweek, and then they are going to play against Arsenal. So yeah, I don't think that I would captain Joao Pedro, honestly. But again, it's your decision. Um, you asked me about Joao Pedro being a viable option. Yeah, I think that he's okay if you want to captain him, but I think that before captaining Joao Pedro, I would go probably for Mohamed Salah, for Bukayo Saka, for Mateta, and for Bruno Fernandes, probably, and then probably it's someone like Joao Pedro. Hi Raul, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for joining. Good morning also. Hi Chandri Balu. I did Gabriel Semenyo, Ryan Deals to Munoz, Rice, Bruno Guimaraes, thoughts. So if you did that for free, that's perfectly fine. Um, so Gabriel to Munoz, I really like that move. Semenyo, again, we're going to talk a lot, I suspect, about Semenyo this gaming. I'm not sure. Now, if you sold Semenyo for free, I think that's okay. But again, there is a chance he's going to play against West Ham, and if he's going to start, I would have loved to keep him, but again, you bought Rice, which is also a good alternative. Ryan Dish to Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about Bruno Guimaraes. She's not really my type of FPL midfielder to go for. Now, again, he could be decent. Uh, uh, and also there aren't a lot of midfielders at that price you could have gone for. Probably I would gone for Minte if you have the money to go for him, but if not, yeah, someone like I said, or someone like Chaka, Dewsbury Hall, Potts maybe from West Ham at some point could be a really good enabler. The Hull production, I have Mbeumo, Saka, Haaland, Mateta, Sar as options, and I'm not sure who to captain. What's your opinion on Sar? I think that he's a great player. I think that is a great option, Ismail Assar, for the next 3-4 fixtures. I really wish I had him in my team, but I don't think that he's, I don't know, captain material, if that makes sense. Because for an example, if you have Sar and Mateta, it would be really hard for me to not captain Mateta, knowing that he's on penalties. So again, I think that he's a fine option. You don't obviously need to captain which player I'm saying. So you don't need to captain. If you want to captain Sar, if you think that he's going to have a great game, then yeah, you should just do it. It really depends also how you play the game. If you want to play it safe, just captain Haaland is perfectly fine to do it. So yeah. Now, I'm not sure if I had Bukayo Saka, probably I would be tempted to captain him instead of Mateta. So I'm going to be honest here. I still prefer the fixture for Mateta than the fixture for Arsenal. I think that a lot of people are underestimated Tottenham big time. I don't think that this is going to be a thrashing from Arsenal. I don't think that they're going to win against Spurs 3-0 or something like that. Now, obviously, I could be wrong, but I think that Spurs are. If you look at the last games for Spurs this season, they conceded, I think, 3 or something like that goals away from home, so they can defend really good. Now, obviously, it's Arsenal, so we know that they are capable of scoring, but I'm just not sure about how this game is going to go. Raul, I've done Gabriel to Van Dijk, really nice. Enzo to Mbeumo and Bowen to Welbeck. Free it in 13, almost confirm. Alright, so you're going to free it in 13, okay. You change your plans, right? So yeah, I really like the transfers. Now, again, if Enzo was... He is fit, so I suspect that there's a chance he's going to start against Burnley, but I agree, he's going to be a headache at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure what would have I done in your place. Probably I would just risk playing Enzo Fernandez, but now that you sold him to Mbeumo, yeah, obviously he's a great option also. So I think that obviously he's even better than Enzo for the next few fixtures. And Bowen to Welbeck is a really nice punt for the short term. I think that, yeah, Welbeck is a great one. And yeah, about free hitting and using your chips, again, guys, I just don't think that there is a straight, this is the best week to use your free hit. I just don't think that works right now. Let's move also to see the other news. Robinson is still out for Fulham, and also Muniz is going to be back in February, guys. So if any one of you want to take a punt on someone like Raul Jimenez on penalties, but he's almost the same price as someone like Thiago, so probably you just pay a little bit more and buy Thiago or Welbeck. Crystal Palace, everyone is fit, if anyone was asking. So Mark Gay returned to training on Wednesday. Nketiah is also back. So yeah, everyone is fit from Crystal Palace. Just a second, guys, to start my... I'm not confident about Saka minutes as Madueke is waiting in the wings. Yeah, the thing is we don't know if Madueke is fit. We don't know if Gyökeres is fit. So again, for this game in particular, I think that Saka is okay. I'm not sure that Madueke is going to play this game week. Hi, Ibrahim Ayali. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciated. So let's start the countdown. We are 2 hours till the deadline. Yeah, now it's okay. No sound today. I'm in work, unfortunately. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Thanks a lot for joining the stream, even without listening. Um, yeah, thanks a lot for joining the stream, Ibrahim. Um, yeah, okay. So yeah, as someone pointed out to me, yeah, Eddie Nketiah being back, it is a slightly put off for me to captain Mateta, but I just think that it's not going to impact his minutes that much, I think, for this game week at least. Now in the future, we don't know. So for Semenyo, has aggravated an issue and will be a late decision. Clivert is still out, so that's another reason to keep Semenyo. He could be still on penalties if Evan Nilsson is not going to take them. Clivert is out, Doak is out for Bournemouth. So yeah, if you have someone like Krupi, again, he could be a nice option to play, I guess, if Semenyo also is going to be out. Gordon and Livramento are very close to being involved, but again, we don't know if they're going to actually start. Cole Palmer had an accident at home, so Palmer is not going to play until gaming 15 at the minimum. So yeah, Enzo Fernandez still on penalties if he's going to start. Pedro Neto also is available from Chelsea. Yeah, with Mitoma, basically, we don't know what's happening. Honestly, I have no idea what's happening with Mitoma and when he's going to be back. And now talking a little bit about Liverpool, we got some news here. So Bradley is out and he's going to be out for 22 days, something like that. So he's going to mix 2 weeks, I think, Bradley. So he's going to miss some games anyway. So that's going to be a possibility for Soboslai to play as a right back. I just think that if you don't have Soboslai, I would just not buy him at the moment because you don't want your midfielder in FPL to play as a right back, although he's going to be better for defensive contributions. Florian Wirtz is going to be out for this game. His injury is not that bad, so probably he could even be back next week in gaming 13. But short term, I don't know, if you want to take a punt on Gakpo, it could be worth it short term. I think that he's going to start, but again, at the same time, someone like Ekitike could play on the left, someone like Isak could play on the left. They have other options still. They have Chiesa still. And when Wirtz is going to be back, you're still going to have that headache about Gakpo. You never know when he's going to start 100%. Frimpong is also out. Alisson is back, so this is good news for Liverpool defense. Now, again, I don't think that it is such a big impact. I think that Mamardashvili is also a really good goalkeeper, but I agree that Alisson is way better. So yeah, if you want to go for Van Dijk, I think that he's a perfectly fine option. I would not think too much about that. Alderete returned from concussion, so good news for me. He's available. Now, what I wanted also to show you about Semenyo. So this is Antoine Semenyo was already dealing with an ankle injury prior to the break. Irola says he cannot say if he will play tomorrow or not. They will have to see today if he is fit enough to be involved tomorrow. So yeah, from my point of view, this is a better approach. Because he had this injury before Aston Villa. That's the thing. And he played against Aston Villa. So I just think that the injury is not that bad for Semenyo. Hi, Elika FC. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Heaven, Mbeumo, Saka, Haaland. Can you choose one for me? I am chasing my mini league. Picking captain this week is killing me. Now I don't want to. I don't want to choose your captain because you should choose your captain. Now I can give you advice. I can give you my opinion. It really depends. If you think, it really depends also if you know who the leader is going to captain and if you want to go against him. You have a lot of good captaincy options there. I don't know. In a mini league, if you want to go safe, probably I would go for Haaland. But again, if you want to go super different, Saka or Mateta for me. Wolves having a new coach and being at home is putting me off Mateta captaincy. Yeah, I understand it, Eliker. Again, at the moment, I had my captaincy on Mateta for the last 2 weeks or something like that in this international break. So I think that I'm going to stick with my plan. Wolverhampton are still one of the worst defenses in the Premier League. I just think that the fixture is great. I think that the fixture is great than for someone like Haaland, than for someone like Bukayo Saka. He's on penalties. I think that his minutes are going to be still good, even that Nketiah is back in training. Yeah, I trust Crystal Palace to do something here, and I just don't think that the impact of a new coach is going to be that big for Wolverhampton. But yeah, we need to see. I would have preferred for this fixture to be at home for sure. That would be even better. But yeah, it's still Wolverhampton. It's still a team we're targeting pretty much every game week. Man United scored 4 goals last season at home against Everton, so can they do that again? Yeah, of course they can, but uh, sadly for us, football doesn't work like that. So it doesn't really matter what happened in the past. It matters just what's going to happen in the future and in the present. So uh, a lot of people are buying Man United players at the moment. I'm not sure if I would captain a Man United player against Everton. I still think that Everton are decent defensive wise. So yeah, guys, should I transfer him out? Yeah, we don't see your question, Ibrahim. So again, Man United could score 4 goals, but I can't really predict the future. So yeah, it is a good fixture. I don't think that I would captain a Man United midfielder. If you have Haaland, if you have Saka, if you have Mateta, if you have other players, I don't know. This is just my opinion, but maybe it's because I don't really trust fully Man United. Uh, so yeah, I'm going to help you with that decision. Uh, if that's going to be a help for you, we're going to take a look at some projections. Now, again, these are just market projections from Rob T FPL. If you want to watch him on Twitter, X, he's doing these graphs. So, game week 12. Game week 12 market projections. 4 goals is this. Now, as you can see here, Haaland is predicted to score the most goals. Now, hopefully, that's not going to happen. If you have, I don't know, if you're not sure who to captain, if you're thinking about Joao Pedro or I don't know, Mateta, maybe this graph could help you. Mateta, as you can see, he's third on this list. At projected goals. You talked about some players from Manchester United. As you can see, the first one is Cunha on the 17th place, Mbeumo 21 and Bruno Fernandes 29. Now this is obviously just for the goals. Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo, we know that these players can get you assists obviously and bonus points and defensive contributions and all that stuff, but this is mostly for goals. Haaland, Salah, Mateta, Isak, Ekitike. Liverpool obviously are predicted to score a lot of goals against Nottingham Forest, so that's why a lot of players from them are here. Semenyo, Saka, Welbeck, even Evan Nilsson here is predicted to score some goals. Um, so yeah, maybe this graph is going to help you. The Hull production, if you don't know who to captain, if you want to go safe, just captain Haaland. He's going to score probably some goals. But yeah, start Pope or Dubravka. I would start Pope, I think, uh, because again, Dubravka is playing against Chelsea, Newcastle. Pope is playing against Man City. If one team out of these two are going to keep a clean sheet, I would say it's going to be Newcastle. But again, probably none of them are going to keep a clean sheet, right, against Man City and against Chelsea. But I would play Pope, I think. Thank you, Dennis. No problem, Opramara. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate the support. Um, so yeah, let's also take a look at some other stats from here. So projected FPL points for gaming 12. Maybe also this is going to help you a little bit. if you don't know who to captain, again, as I said before, if I had Mohamed Salah, I would captain him, and that's before seeing this graph. Obviously, again, it could go totally wrong. Erling Haaland could score a hat trick. Mohamed Salah could blank, but this is football. So again, where are you from? I'm from Romania. I'm from Romania. Thanks a lot for asking. Thanks a lot for being here on the stream. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate you and asking me questions, because that's why I'm here. I try to give you advice. So projected FPL points from Solio here. Rob TFPL, Mohamed Salah, Bukayo Saka, Bruno Fernandes here on the third place. Yeah, probably if I was to captain a Man United player, it would be Bruno Fernandes, I think, because of the penalties, because of the multiple routes to points. Pretty much that's it. Erling Haaland, Cunha, Gakpo. Gakpo is a really interesting option if you want to take a punt. Semenyo, Sar, Soboslai. So someone also asked me about Soboslai or Ahmad. Yeah, I would play Soboslai, I think, instead of Ahmad. Merino Lacroix. Really interesting here. Lacroix being the most projected player for FPL points from Crystal Palace. More than Munoz, more than the other defenders. Mateta also here on the 15th place. So yeah, maybe that's going to make me reconsider my decision to captain Mateta, but yeah. If Haaland is going to get 6 points and Mateta is going to get 5, as this graph is saying, yeah, it's not going to be such a big problem. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let you know if we found anything about Chelsea Burnley is the first kickoff, so maybe we're going to see if Enzo Fernandez is starting. So if you have still Enzo, wait a little bit till the deadline um, to see if he's going to start. Bournemouth also are playing today at 3 p.m. UK time. We have a lot of fixtures. Pretty much all my players are playing at 3 p.m. UK time. Bournemouth. So I have Semenyo, Brighton, Brentford. I have Minte, and I have Thiago. Liverpool. I have Van Dijk. Crystal Palace. I have Munoz and Mateta. So yeah, today is going to be huge for FPL for my team at least. Almost all my players are going to play. Erling Haaland also is going to play. So yeah, probably I'm not going to watch that game. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Probably I'm going to find something else to do in the meantime, especially if Mateta is going to blank or something before. Uh, Let me just see if we have anything else. Do, 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 do. Then we're going to discuss a little bit about my strategy. If you don't mind, if you want to see what I'm thinking of doing, because I made these transfers, I bought in Van Dijk and Thiago. Probably I'm not going to use my free in Game Week 13 like everyone is going to do. So yeah, let me just make more light here. Yeah, no news yet. No news yet. Yeah, I'm going to keep you posted about what's going to happen. A lot of people sold Gabriel to Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, as expected, this was going to be a really popular transfer this game week. A little bit sad, I think, for Hi, Mom Not. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Am I crazy for going Timber to Van Dijk? Uh, I wouldn't. No, I'm not going to call anyone crazy. I mean, it's not a crazy decision, I think, but I just don't think that I would do it. I don't think that there are good reasons to do it because you will want to have an Arsenal defender. You will want to have someone like Timber for the future anyway. So it feels like a little bit shorter move. For the next two fixtures, I prefer Van Dijk definitely than someone like Timber. But for the long run, I'm not sure if I would do that move. Again, if we would be talking about Gabriel, then yeah, you need to sell him. But Timber, although his minutes were amazing this season, so let's be honest. I just uh, I just think that he's going to play most games that then he's not going to play. So yeah, I don't like the fixtures. I agree. The next two fixtures are not amazing for Arsenal. A lot of people are underestimating Spurs and Chelsea. I Yeah, I don't like the next two fixtures, but that's what I was trying to say. So I like more Van Dijk for the next two, but after that the fixtures are decent. Now also they are going to play against Aston Villa. So yeah, I agree. But what I would do in that situation, probably I would just keep Timber and find another way to buy Van Dijk if you really want to buy him. Probably that's what I would do. But definitely you're not crazy. I think that Van Dijk could match or outmatch Timber anyway for the next 5 to 6 fixtures, something like that. But we don't know how that's going to go. Uh, yeah, definitely you're not crazy. Hi Ashkab, Dad, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Gabriel to Munoz and Unjay to Saka -4. I would not sell Njay for -4. I think in this gaming, I think that the fixture is okay against Man United. They are shipping a lot of chances. Njay is on penalties. For what's worth, I think that the fixture for Crystal Palace is maybe. For what's worth, I think that the fixture for Everton is slightly better than for Arsenal. So I It's not obviously if I was forced to pick one, I prefer to have Saka instead of Njay. But I think that the fixture for Njay is slightly better. He's also on penalties. He's going to play good minutes. I would just do Gabriel to Munoz probably, and I don't know, buy Saka next game week or after two game weeks when the fixtures are going to get better for Arsenal. Uh, Ashkab that. So yeah, I would not sell Njay for -4. Definitely the same for Semenyo. I have Senesi, Anderson, Gay. I don't know. So you have Senesi, Anderson, and Gay. Yeah, you have three. Okay, so you don't want to sell them. I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I mean, let me just take a look at the fixtures for Anderson. Now, again, probably you don't want to sell Anderson to Van Dijk, right? But still, the fixtures, Sunderland in Gaming 12 is okay. But after that, it's Spurs, Man City, and Crystal Palace. And then the fixtures are going to be good again. Yeah. I mean, again, I would not sell Anderson to Virgil van Dijk, but yeah, that's what I would do with your decision. I just don't think that the transfer is going to be worth it for you to sell Timber to Van Dijk. But again, I can't really advise you to do that because I don't think that I would do it, you know. But I agree that it could be better to have Virgil van Dijk. But again, if we talk about how Liverpool were this season, Arsenal are just an amazing defense. They are miles better. They are likely to keep a lot of clean sheets this season. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to sell Timber to Van Dijk. And also, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I like Van Dijk. I really like him. I bought him in my team for Gabriel, but yeah. Also, guys, don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. That would be really helpful. And yeah, it really means a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Is Saka not a good captaincy option? Wanted to get him for Njaya or Semenyo or Enzo and potentially captain. He's a good captaincy option. I agree. But I'm just not sure if the -4 is worth it. For an example, I could sell Semenyo to Saka, but I'm going to risk it, for an example, Semenyo to play. Uh, so again, if you had an injured player or something like that, then yeah, you could argue about buying Bukayo Saka for a hit and captain him. But if we're talking about someone like Njae, someone like Semenyo, a player who is on penalties, who has a decent fixture against Man United, I just don't think that I would do it. That's the only reason. Because you're selling a good player for another good player to captain him, who's arguably having a weaker fixture in Bukayo Saka. So yeah, he's a good captaincy option, Bukayo Saka. If I had him, probably I would captain him instead of Erling Haaland. Maybe instead of Mateta, although I really like the fixture for Mateta. So honestly, I just think that Mateta could be better than Saka for the captaincy. But again, I don't want to advise anyone to captain Mateta just because I'm doing it. But yeah, for me, this is how it's going to go probably. So I'm going to make a poll to see who are the people captaining. Haaland, Saka, let's say, Mateta, and the 4 option. So yeah, make sure you answer in the poll. Let's see who are you captaining. Bro, I have a big benching headache. Who do you think I should bench if you don't mind? I sold Timber to Virgil van Dijk, by the way. Yeah, yeah, if you did that, that's perfectly fine. Hi, Stedoyle, thanks a lot for joining. Only have one transfer and have Gabriel and Semenyo with only Anderson and Rodon on the bench. Unsure what to do. Yeah, I would sell Gabriel and start Semenyo probably. Stedoyle, that's what I would do in your case. Because Semenyo has a good chance of starting, I think. That's just my prediction. Hi Garrett, thanks a lot for joining. Semenyo to Saka for free, strong bench if needed, Captain Haaland. Yeah, for free I really understand. If you wanna sell Semenyo for free to Bukayo Saka, if you free it in Game Week 13, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Probably I should have done that move last night, Garrett, if you wanted to do it. But yeah, Semenyo to Saka for free feels okay. Now again, if Semenyo is going to start against West Ham, I probably rather have Semenyo, but you never know if he's going to start, right? I'm still not sure of Liverpool defense. Is Senesi the best option after Virgil van Dijk? I would say if you want to sell someone like Gabriel, Van Dijk is an option, Munoz is an option, Saliba is an option, Timber is an option, and then probably it's Senesi, Richards, Anderson. Yeah, pretty much that would be the order, I think. Okay, then is Gabriel to Munoz a good move? I don't have any Crystal Palace defender. I'm thinking Munoz over Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, for the short term, I think that Van Dijk and Munoz are the best replacements for Gabriel. Crystal Palace are going to play against Wolverhampton and against Burnley in the next 3 fixtures. So yeah, it's looking great for them. Long term, if you're talking about 10 to 10 games, probably I prefer Virgil van Dijk, but short term I prefer Munoz for the upside. Again, it's not for everyone. It's definitely more safer to just go for Van Dijk because with Munoz you just don't know when he's going to get that big hole, when he's going to score a lot of goals. So, but I really like going for Munoz. As you can see from my screen, uh, I have him also in my team, and probably I would go also for Munoz. Bench one, Sar, Semenyo, Minte, Saka, Enzo, Thiago. That's really tough question. I'm not. Uh, Obviously, I would try to find a way to play all of those players because all of them are really good. Now, definitely, I would start Saka. I think that I would start Enzo Fernandez. If you have some doubts about Enzo Fernandez, if you don't already, guys, he usually posts an Instagram story when he's playing Enzo Fernandez, and I just checked that he posted today. So I suppose that Enzo Fernandez is going to start against Burnley, and I would be tempted to just start him because of that. You need to start. You need to start Thiago, I think, because he's a penalty taker. And then I would definitely start Sar, and between Semenyo and Minte. I think that I would start Semenyo, and probably I would bench Minte from that team. Mom not, but again, if you have a way to play all of them, that would be perfect. Thanks a lot, guys. 20 people on this stream. Really appreciate it. It really means a lot. Thanks a lot for being here. Yeah, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here, and welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, I'm here to try to help you. Um, Edric, Mizan, thanks a lot for joining. Triple captain on Mateta, thoughts? I I don't think that I would do it. Now, probably I'm going to go along with captaining Mateta, but I'm just not sure about the captaincy. Again, I want to use my triple captain on Erling Haaland, and probably the best windows for anyone are going to be against Leeds in Gaming 13 or against West Ham in Gaming 17, I think. So I would still triple captain Haaland. But yeah, if you want to go super different, if you want to take a punt, if you think that he's going to smash it today against Wolverhampton, just go for it if you're feeling it. I just don't think that I would do it personally. Ayu Bebenehar, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Welbeck, Chaloba, Minte, Timber, 2 to start. I would start Welbeck 100%, and Chaloba, Timber, Minte. That's a really tough question, man. Usually in the past seasons, I would just start Minte. I would just start the attacker. Uh, if you wanna go safe, I would just start Timber. I think that I would bench Chaloba, maybe because of some doubts. I'm not sure if there could be some rotation, considering Chelsea are going to play against Barcelona and against Arsenal in the next week. So yeah, it's between Timber and Minte. Usually, I would like to go against the crowd and just play Minte, but Arsenal still have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet. Timber is still going to be getting some chances to get some attacking returns. So, yeah, Welbeck definitely I would start, and then you just need to figure it out between Minte and Timber. Probably personally, I would start Minte, but that's just my opinion. Hi Viking 49, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Do you have a free team recommendation? Uh, yeah, yeah, we can make one. I made a free draft this week, a video, but yeah, real short. Let's try to take a look. So this is my team, obviously, but uh, let's see. I'm going to need to remember, obviously, my draft, but probably it would be something like um. mm, mm, mm. Let me just take a look at the fixtures. So for Gaming 12, right? You're asking Chelsea, Burnley. So yeah, my personal free draft for this gaming was Sanchez in goal, I think. Cucurella or something here. Mm-mm-mm. Liverpool. Probably right now I would just go for Gakpo because I think that his minutes are going to be okay. Uh, uh, uh. Caicedo to Gakpo for -4. I don't think that I would do it for -4, honestly. Edric, Mizan, but yeah. I might captain Gravenberg. Good luck, Mr. F. Dots. Good luck with that captaincy. Again, Gravenberg is not a player I would probably ever captain in FPL, but yeah, good luck with you. So Viking, yeah, you can watch also my video about the Frit there. There's when I talked a little bit more about the Frit, but let me just see. So probably I would not have Semenyo. Probably I would go for someone like Belmo, Bruno Fernandes here, and yeah, I'm not even sure about someone like Bukayo Saka. I have zero point 0.2 millions in the bank, so this is I would target the players from Liverpool. Probably I would go Van Dijk, Salah, and Gakpo right now because we know the injuries of Wirtz and Bradley. Uh, I think that I would go for Saka. Again, if you want to free it with Erling Haaland, you can do that. That's perfectly fine. But I would be tempted to go against it. If not, you can just go for Haaland here. And then, yeah, you don't have the money to do anything here. So you need to, let's say here, go for read here. Yeah, you can't really do that. Uh, yeah, with Haaland also, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to have this. Yeah, so something like this. I suppose probably also I would go for Sar. Uh, let's say Sar instead of Mbeumo. Whoops. Mm, 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 mm. Here we go again, Munoz. And then, yeah, so Mohamed Salah and also Erling Haaland free draft for this game is going to be more difficult to have. Something like this, I think. Triple Palace against Wolverhampton, triple Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. You have Haaland there. Yeah, the only problem here is you have Whiffler. Um, yeah. Instead of Senesi, you could go for Trafford or something like that. You could go for Petrovic in goal. That's also fine. You could go also for João Pedro. And maybe try to buy a Minte or something like that here. We go for, yeah, so something like this. Now again, I don't really have the money to do it, but yeah, if you, this is if you want also Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah free draft, it's probably I would go against Erling Haaland on a free, honestly. Just have Bukayo Saka, Erling Haaland, Mbeumo, but yeah, this is also okay. Mm-mm. So let's see if we have any other news. Looks good, thanks. I'll make my changes now. Again, it really depends. If you want to tell me about if you want to go for Haaland or not. But anyway, you just need to target some teams. You could have also an Aston Villa player or two maybe. You could go for someone like Martinez if you don't want to go for Sanchez. Again, I would try to avoid Arsenal Spurs. I would try to avoid Newcastle Man City. Three from Liverpool, three from Palace. That's pretty easy because those players are picking themselves. And then, yeah, if you want a Welbeck, if you want João Pedro, maybe. Yeah, a Matty Cash, Konsa, Martinez in defense from Aston Villa. Probably I would try to include that if you don't want to go for double Chelsea defense. But again, I made a video this week where I discussed a little bit in more detailed. So yeah, you definitely thought um, much more again about your fleet, because since I'm not using my fleet in Gaming 12, obviously it's not going to be as good as you're going to make it. So yeah, hopefully I help you a little bit. Thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciated. um, yeah, no problem, Viking. Thanks a lot. Maybe I missed some players also from that fleet, but yeah, triple Palace, Aston Villa defense sounds good. Is Garnacho buy? No, I don't think that at the moment. I don't think that at the moment I would buy any Chelsea player, honestly. Now, obviously on a free, uh, it could be okay, but Pedro Neto is also fit. Estevao is going to get some minutes. Garnacho is going to get some minutes. So they have a lot of players. Palmer is going to be back at some point in gaming 15, maybe. Uh, so I just don't think that I would buy Chelsea attackers at the moment, because they're going to have tough fixtures against Barcelona, against Arsenal. So yeah, I don't think that I would go Garnacho at the moment. Great content. Thanks a lot, Mr. F Dots. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for liking, for engaging in this stream. It really means a lot. And yeah, hopefully everyone is going to have a nice weekend. Thiago will only get 1 point. Hi Shabab Mossad. Now, yeah, maybe that's going to be the case, but yeah, I don't see the future, so I can't. Yeah, hopefully for me, again, I bought Thiago mostly because he's going to play against Burnley in Game Week 13, and I wanted to have him before everyone is going to buy him in Game Week 14, 15, 16. So yeah, that's why I have Thiago. Now, I don't think that this is a great fixture for Thiago against Brighton away, but yeah, which player would you play instead of Thiago for my team? Would you play Alderete? Would you play Reinders? Would you play Rodon? Probably not. So yeah, that's why I'm playing Thiago. Um, yeah, I'm not sure about him, too much hype. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I didn't saw a lot of hype about Garnacho, but he's a good player definitely. I'm just not sure in FPL at the moment. Pedro Neto could be an interesting one. Not a lot of people are talking about Pedro Neto. He got good minutes, he got good returns in the last weeks. Now, obviously, the fixtures for Chelsea are ending pretty much, the good fixtures. So it is really tough at the moment to, I don't know, argue about buying someone like Garnacho instead of someone like Gakpo, for an example, because at least Gakpo has the fixtures, or to buy someone like Mbeumo, Cunha, even someone like Cunha. The fixtures are going to be really good for Man United. He's going to get good minutes, I suspect. So yeah. Now, if we let's uh, let's move a little bit to show you my plans and strategies for the future. Now, as I said in my team selection video, if you watch that, I made my moves and that pretty much decided what I'm going to do. Now, a lot of things could still change in FPL, obviously in Gaming 12, that are going to change my mind. Now, let me just put here. So these were my transfers. This is my team at the moment for Gaming 12. Hi, Q Prisak. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. If you had Sar, would you be tempted? No, no. I mean, I would be tempted. I think that he's a great option. I wish I had Ismail Assar in my team for this fixture for the next three, honestly. But if I had both of them, Sar and Mateta, it's really tough for me to find a lot of reasons to captain Sar instead of Mateta. So I still think that I would captain Mateta, honestly, because he's mostly on penalties. He's their number nine. He's going to get some chances, I think, against Wolverhampton. So yeah, I would be tempted, but I think that I would still captain Mateta. So as I said before, I made my transfers. If we move to Gaming 13, a lot of people are going to use their frees in Gaming 13, and now because I bought Van Dijk and I bought Thiago, who both have great fixtures in 13, and I sold Gabriel, I sold Gyökeres, I sold my Arsenal players who are going to have a tough fixture against Chelsea. I'm not going to use my free probably this gaming, because if we look at my team, Raya is the weakest spot, the weakest position in my team, who's going to play against Chelsea away, but it's also fine. Arsenal could even keep a clean sheet. Now, probably at how things are going at the moment, I'm going to wish for Raya to concede, because a lot of people have multiple Arsenal defenders, so probably for me to get something, it would be better for Raya to concede, if that makes sense, because of the effective ownership. Other than that, it's Munoz, Senesi, Van Dijk, Semenyo, hopefully he's going to be fit, Bruno Fernandes, Njae, Minte, Haaland, Mateta, Thiago. Now, Munoz and Mateta are playing against Man United at home, which, again, if I was free hitting, I would go without them probably. But if I'm not free hitting, the fixture is just not that bad, right? Also at home, Njae also has a tricky fixture against Newcastle at home, but also Newcastle are really bad away from home, so that's also okay. And Bruno Fernandes is going to play against Crystal Palace away. He's also a player I would not have on a free 13. The same for Njae. Other than that, Van Dijk, Semenyo, Senesi, Haaland, Minte, Thiago. Yeah, these are really decent players for Gaming 13. And because I'm not going to use my free in 13, probably if all the things are going to work in my way, I'm going to use my triple captain in this gaming on Erling Haaland against Leeds at home. So this is my plan at the moment. Hopefully he's not going to get an injury or something like that. But yeah, if I don't know, I'm going to get some injuries or other stuff, then yeah, I'm just going to use my free anyway if I can't cope with gaming 13. uh, Hi Initial, hi Dennis, thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it. Bench 1 out of Timber, Senesi, Munoz and Njae. I have Raya as goalkeeper. So you need to bench one. I would definitely start Munoz, Senesi, and I think that Njae. I would bench Timber from your team, Nishal. Yeah, I would bench Timber, and also you have Raya. So yeah. I would play Senesi, Munoz, and Njae. Probably that's what I would do. Hi Leox FPL, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. You think Calafiori starts? Personally, I think that yes, but if he's not going to start, I think that he's not going to feature at all. So if you have Calafiori, if I had Calafiori, probably I would just keep him and start him and hope for the best. But yeah. I can't be 100% sure if he's going to start. Now, if we move back, so as I said before, guys, I have my triple captain available and my freed. Uh, Now, if all the things are going to work according to my plan, I'm going to roll the transfer here. Now, yeah, I could make a transfer. I could sell Njae, but I don't have the money to go for Bukayo Saka, and even that Arsenal playing against Chelsea, so I don't really want to have. So the plan is to roll in gaming 13, and then in gaming 14. I will have two free transfers. Here the fixtures are getting better for Bukayo Saka and for Arsenal. So I would be tempted to sell one of Njae or Semenyo to Bukayo Saka And to do that, now obviously if I'm going to sell Semenyo, it's easy because I have the money to do that. If I'm going to sell Njaya, I will need to sell also Reinders to someone like Potts. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be an option at that point. Now, again, let's say I'm going to sell Semenyo to Saka, right? In Game Week 14 and save the other free transfer, or uh, upgrade Reinders to a player and play him ahead of Thiago, or upgrade one of my defenders to an Anderson or something like that. Let's just see. Who is Anderson playing here? It's Man City. Okay, so yeah, let's say I'm going to roll the transfer, right? It's not amazing to play Thiago against Arsenal away, but it is what it is. Then in Game Week 15, my team would also look pretty decent. I would say Thiago against Spurs. Senesi against Chelsea is not fantastic. Maybe here I'm going to look to sell Senesi. I'm not sure if I have the money to buy an Arsenal defender, but yeah, let's just say, yeah, I don't have the money to go for Saliba. Let's say Anderson here for Semenyo. Crystal Palace, yeah, it's not a great fixture, but I have still one free transfer. So if you followed me, and moving to now, obviously I would be forced to use all my free transfers in this gaming in gaming 15 because after that we're going to get 5 transfers. So I will need to make another move now. Yeah, if that's going to be in Jay to another player or something like that, maybe to Acuna, let's say. Um, yeah, I don't have the money, but yeah, that's the idea. And in Game Week 16, this would be my team. Munoz and Mateta are going to play against Man City, Haaland against Crystal Palace, uh, Bruno Fernandes, Cunha against Bournemouth, Minte against Liverpool. My defense is not amazing, so here I'm planning to use my free in Game Week 16. Now, this is the plan at the moment. Uh, yeah, please let me know what do you think. Because the only question is about when my team is looking better. In gaming 13, if you remember, the team looked pretty decent, so that's why I'm tempted to not use my free in 13 and use my free in 16, because the transfers I made obviously leaned me more towards just using the free in 16, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah. So again, it's I don't want to try to explain too much about this. Obviously, it's not just which gimmick is better, in which gimmick your free team is going to look better, right? In gimmick 13 or in gimmick 16, because it also matters what happens in that gimmick where you're not going to use your free. You know what I mean? For an example, in my case, it's either gimmick 13 or gimmick 16. So it's I find it really tried to put it in words, but obviously my team in gaming 13 plus my free team in 16, is it going to be better than my free in 13 and my normal team in 16? So yeah, that's pretty much my process thinking at the moment, and that's why I think that I'm going to use my free in 13. Also, I think that Haaland triple captain is better against West Ham in 17 than it is in 13, but for my team, for my structure, for my squad in general, it is better to just use the triple captain in gaming 13. So yeah, I think that my team in gaming 13 is going to outscore my team in 16 pretty much. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Now let's see if we have any other news. Yeah, let's move a little bit to Twitter again. Again, with Liverpool, we didn't discuss too much about them. It is a shame we don't have some options in attack. I mean, hi Dennis, hi Biplov, Tapa. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate you turning in. Thanks a lot for the support. 21 people on the stream. That's amazing, guys. Thanks a lot for your incredible support. Also, don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here, and yeah, it really means a lot. Welcome if you're new here, obviously. Really appreciate it. We're going to look also at some predicted teams for this game week. Um, and yeah, pretty much I'm trying to see if we get any more information before the deadline. We still have 1 hour and 7 minutes, so we still have a lot of time. And yeah, we're going to discuss. If you have any other subject you want discussed, yeah, please let me know. If not, we're going to take a look at some predicted lineups for this game week. Dennis, what should I do with Ekitike, mom? That is a really tricky. Josh Takar, thanks a lot for subscribing. This channel really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. It means a lot. Thanks a lot. So, what to do with Ekitike? Poejul also, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Yeah, with Ekitike, it's a really tricky situation because I was just seeing what Arne Slot said about Alexander Isak, saying that he needs to give Alexander Isak minutes. I I think that I would sell him, honestly. I think that I would sell Ekitike probably. Now, he could start today, but at the same time, Alexander Isak could also start today. So I'm just not sure what's going to happen. As a Liverpool fan, honestly, I'm not sure which one of them are going to start or if both of them are going to start. So I would probably, talking about FPL, probably I would just try to avoid the headache. How is my name coming instead of HHA? Oh, okay. So so you're HHA. Thanks a lot for changing your name. I would say thanks a lot for joining the stream. Yeah, Biplov is easier, easier to pronounce for me. Hi, Florine. Also, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Good morning. Really appreciate you coming by. I agree with you. I should stick to my original plan and do triple captain Haaland in gaming 13 and free it in gaming 16. Again, there isn't a right or wrong. I would say, Raul, it's not going to be. Now, in hindsight, obviously, at the end of the first part of the season, we're going to see, yeah, this was the best week to free it. But at the moment, it does, for me, it doesn't feel like there is a free week. Yeah, I'm just going to use my free in gaming 14 because that's the best one. So, I mean, uh, yeah, I don't know. It's the margins are really little. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Again, I would prefer to triple captain Haaland against West Ham. Let's see what's going to change after gaming 12. Maybe I'm going to change also my strategy after this gaming, but this is the plan at the moment. I made my transfers last night. I bought Thiago and I bought Virgil van Dijk. So for me, pretty much, I'm on that way to not use my fit in gaming 13 and use it in gaming 16. So yeah, Ekitike will start today. Isak is not 100% fit. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, probably Alexander Isak is 100% fit, but I don't know. I just have a feeling about him starting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. Ekitike definitely is more fit than Isak, but Arne Slot said something about he needs to give Alexander Isak minutes, maybe more than even that. There are some other players who would deserve to play. He somehow needs to bench them in order to give Alexander Isak time to to. But as we see here for Emma, another prediction. They are predicting also Ekitike to start. So yeah, now that I think maybe a little bit more, probably I would give Ekitike one more gaming. Poejur, maybe, yeah. Thanks, Florin, for stepping up. Now, I could do Ekitike down and Paqueta up to Bruno Mbeumo. Again, I think that I would give one more week of Ekitike because I just think that the fixture is better than for Mbeumo or for someone like Bruno. Yeah, I agree. Hi, Spidey. Thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciated. Um, Hi, Tonto da Chameleon. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here again. Thanks for coming by. I'm doing amazing. Thanks a lot for your question. Also, hopefully you're doing well. Ekitike or Semenyo to start. I mean, surely I would try to find a way to start both of them, honestly. Mr. F. Dots, I I don't know, that's a really tough question. If both of them would be 100% fit, probably I would start Semenyo instead of Ekitike, but in this case, probably I would start Ekitike. I just sold Raya on my wildcard. I mean, yeah, good luck with you. Good luck for you. The next two fixtures for Arsenal are not amazing, and also, again, Raya probably is the best goalkeeper in the game if you talk about clean sheets. But other than that, his ceiling is not that high, and maybe at some point it's going to be better for you to have a cheap goalkeeper and have some playing defenders from Arsenal. So, yeah, good luck with that. Uh, Freight and wildcard, if you have, should save until 18 and then wildcard 19 for a more long-lasting team. Hi, Sherab Bundia. Also, what about Semenyo? Semenyo, we don't know what's going to happen with Semenyo. He's most likely to. I suspect Semenyo is going to be fit, but we don't know. We don't know if he's going to feature. The injury is not that big. Let me just say it. So the injury, it doesn't sound bad, honestly, for Semenyo. So I suspect he's going to start. So free and wildcard. Yeah, I don't have my wildcard. If you have your wildcard available, you should. I don't know. Probably I would use it in gaming 12 or 13, but other than that, if you want to save it until gaming 18, that's perfectly fine. I tried both options just now and found out that gaming 16 is more suitable for free. Yeah, all right then, Raul. Yeah, pretty much that's what we can do. Obviously, injuries are going to occur. Some other problems are going to occur into our teams, and maybe we're going to change our strategies. But yeah, at the moment, yeah, you just need to look how your free team, how your free week team is going to look like, plus your current team in the week you're not going to free it, if that makes sense. So yeah, for me, basically, it's 13 plus 16 uh, and vice versa. Best goalkeepers for this gaming. For this gaming, probably someone like Sanchez, someone like Petrovic, someone like Allison. Again, if you're on a free, maybe you're asking that Tonto, that Chameleon, because you're on a free. So I think that I would go for Sanchez for Chelsea as the best, if not the best, goalkeeper for this week against Burnley. I mean, you have Petrovic also against West Ham, but I think that Chelsea are a little bit better in terms of defense than Bournemouth. But yeah. Hi, Dennis. Hi, WF Run. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. But I have Pedro against Burnley. Ekitike or Semenyo. You have Pedro. Yeah, you should play Pedro against Burnley anyway, Mr. Dot. So, but I have Saka instead. Lemons is my goalkeeper. Okay, okay, really interesting, really bold move uh the goalkeeper from Manchester United. I mean, yeah, probably he's really cheap, right? The fixtures are decent, and yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's a really interesting move, a really differential goalkeeper from my point of view. But yeah, you don't really have a lot of other options. You could go for someone like Petrovic, but yeah, it's perfectly fine. Um, bench one, please. Nje, Semenyo, Caicedo. I would bench Caicedo, I think. Yeah, I would bench Caicedo and play Nje and Semenyo. Now, again, if you think that Semenyo is not going to play or feature, then just play safe with Caicedo. But I suspect there's a good chance of Semenyo starting, so I would start Semenyo and Njae. Hi MK, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. I know I asked you before, but would you do Paqueta to Bruno or Gabriel to Timber or get Saka for a hit, considering a hit to cover Semenyo if out? Yeah, I'm not sure what I answered you then, MK, but I would do. I think that I would do. You can do both, right? Paqueta to Bruno sounds really good. Sounds better than Gabriel to Timber, honestly, for the short term at least. Or get Saka for a hit. Yeah, I would not get Saka for a hit, I think. Uh, so yeah, I would do Paqueta to Bruno. Paqueta is suspended, right, for this gaming, so. But again, you need to sell also Gabriel at some point anyway, so. How did last gaming go? Biplov, the last gaming was pretty much the worst gaming for me this season. Obviously, I captain Mateta. Haaland at least did the minimal damage with just 4 points, so I got away with that. Um, but yeah, it was my worst gaming. If you wanna see how I did, just watch my team selection after the stream ends, and then I talked a little bit about game week 11. But yeah, it was really bad. From 300k, I dropped to 600k, so I doubled my rank in the wrong direction. But yeah, it is what it is. Bench one, Cucurella, Senesi, Konate, Gay. Bench one. I would start Cucurella, Senesi, and phew, that's a really that's a really tough question. Um, probably Cucurella, Senesi, and Gay. But again, because I said that probably Konate is just going to score this game, so yeah, probably Cucurella, Senesi, and Gay I would start. But Konate, again, having Konate and not starting him, that doesn't feel great. Uh, maybe Cucurella, Konate and Senesi and bench Gay, but that also doesn't really sound great. So that's a tough decision. I would be tempted to play all of them, honestly. Tonto da Cameleon. I'm on bench boost. Do I sell Semenyo to bring Mbeumo, Bruno? Uh, I think that it's really tough because again, if you're sure that Semenyo is going to start, obviously you are not going to sell him, right? Now, if you have some doubts, uh, yeah, I think that I would do it. But if your other players on the bench boost are okay, I would try to not do it. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes also is a nice pick long term. So anyway, um, but yeah, it's such a tricky situation right now with Semenyo because I kind of want to advise you guys to keep him, because if he's going to start, it's a great fixture against West Ham at home. But at the same time, if he's not going to start, uh, that's going to be horrible for you. So it's really, my opinion is that he's going to start. I don't think that the injury is that bad, but yeah, I can't guarantee anyone that he's going to start. So yeah. High Zones T31 confident about Semenyo. Yeah. I mean, I'm confident enough to keep him, and also I'm not going to sell Semenyo for -4. If I had another free transfer, I could just do Semenyo to Saka, but for a hit, I'm just not going to do it. And if he's not going to start, hopefully he's not going to feature at all. And I have Alderete, my first player on the bench, so yeah, it is what it is. But hopefully he's going to start. Uh, I forgot to mention, I already have Mbeumo. Does that change your answer? Slightly. I mean, I don't mind doubling up on Man United players. You could even consider someone like Cunha if you want. But no, probably that doesn't really change my answer. Going from Paqueta to Bruno sounds better than going from Gabriel to Timber, honestly, for the short term at least, right? He's a midfielder also, so yeah, but you need to get rid of Gabriel anyway as soon as possible. MK. Um, I already have Richards. Would you consider a double up on Palace defense, going Gabriel to Munoz until Gabriel returns, then switch back one of the Palace defender after Gabriel returns? Gabriel is going to be out for a long period of time. Now he's going to be out for a lot of games. I don't think that at the moment I don't have a plan to bring Gabriel back in. Uh, Probably we're going to need to buy other defenders from Arsenal before Gabriel is going to be back. So again, you have Richards. I'm not sure if I would double up on Crystal Palace, but at the same time, you don't have a lot of other options. I would go for Van Dijk, probably, if you have Richards already. Uh, But yeah, it is a good idea then. It is a good plan, obviously. When Gabriel is going to be back, you're just going to sell Munoz back to Gabriel, or Richards back to Gabriel. But he could be out for 1 month, for 2 months. He could miss, I don't know, 10 game weeks or something like that. So it is a long injury. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Arthur. League Scene. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Thanks a lot for turning up. Bench 1, Soboslai, Mbeumo, Casemiro, Caicedo. Probably it's that I would definitely not bench Soboslai and Mbeumo, so it's between Casemiro and Caicedo. Both of them are really, really similar players, I would say. Both good for defensive contributions. Uh, Casemiro also has an eye for a goal, so I think that I would start Casemiro, honestly, if you don't think that he's going to get a red card or something like that. So I think that I would start Casemiro because with Caicedo, his minutes could be managed, I think. Um, so yeah, and Neto, bench 1. Yeah, I would not bench Neto. I would start Neto, I think. Again, he could also be managed, but with Chelsea players, you just don't know. Uh, my bench has Thiago and Anderson. Main 11 has James and Jay. What are your thoughts? So Thiago and Anderson on the bench. Again, if I had Reece James, I would be tempted to start him because it's Burnley away and he didn't start last gaming. But again, there are not rumors, but there are some thoughts, obviously. Um, because his minutes could be managed with Barcelona, with Arsenal coming up next for Chelsea. But I think that I would start Reece James if I had him. Njae over Thiago, that's a really tough question. Probably I would play Njae, but honestly, I would try to find a way to play also Thiago. Bench boost, Dubravka, Thiago, Anderson, Alderete. Yeah, I think that I would use the bench boost, honestly. Arthur there. Again, maybe you're going to have a better bench boost at some point, but if you have this bench boost with Thiago, Anderson, Alderete, all three with decent fixtures, really decent for defensive contributions. Thiago on penalties. Dubravka is your weakest link, but again, he's just a 4 million goalkeeper, so I think that I would use the bench boost. Yeah, in your case. Is Saka really better for the next three fixtures than Semenyo? I have the funds to do it, but Bournemouth fixtures seem better. Yeah, that's also a reason why I don't think that I want to do because someone asked me about selling Semenyo for Saka for a hit. Honestly, if Semenyo is going to start, I much rather prefer to have Semenyo against West Ham than Saka against Arsenal. Saka against Tottenham, sorry. And also Saka in Game Week 13 against Chelsea. Yeah, the fixtures for Semenyo are better, obviously, for the next three fixtures. Now, hopefully, it's going to be okay. The only problem is the doubts around Semenyo. But yeah, I'm trying. This is my plan at the moment for me to try to avoid Bukayo Saka for the next two, and then yeah, maybe I'm going to find a way to buy him. Belmore Bruno, overall 1 million. It doesn't really matter your rank. I think that considering Belmo is going to go to the African Cup of Nations, again, maybe this is not the best reason for me to give. I think that Bruno Fernandes is a better long-term pick. On penalties, on DEFCON, he's going to stay. He's going to play 90 minutes every game week. He's a really safe pick. But from open play, Bryan Mbeumo is the best attacker from Manchester United. He's getting the most chances, he's getting the most XG, and he's probably going to score a hell lot more points than Bruno Fernandes from open play. Now, again, could Bruno Fernandes outscore him? Yeah, of course he can, but probably I would go for Bruno. He's also more of a differential, I think, than Mbeumo. So, yeah, if you want to catch some rank, probably I would go for Bruno. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Part Goel. Thanks a lot for joining. Bowen to Thiago or Welbeck. I'm not freeting in Gaming 13. I would be tempted to go for Thiago if you're not freeting in 13 because he's playing against Burnley. So, yeah, pretty much that's your answer. Now, Welbeck also has good fixtures short term, so he's a good option. It really depends if you want to go for Welbeck now and then maybe sell to Thiago. So, yeah. If you again, I bought Thiago last night because he was rising in price and Gyökeres was falling, and also I'm not going to free it in 13. So, yeah, I would say Thiago. Mateta is your captain, Florin. At the moment, yes. I mean, again, I really think that the fixture is great for Mateta. I even captained him last game against Brighton, so I think that it makes even more sense to captain him now. Wolverhampton are one of the worst defenses in the Premier League, so yeah, I don't have Saka. I don't think that I can captain Bruno Fernandes instead of him, and probably he's the only alternative there. Um, you have Mateta and Minte. I have Welbeck and Sar. Is that fine? Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's pretty similar, right? Exam Productions. Yeah, hopefully for me, my pair is going to be better than yours. But yeah. Gabriel plus Reinders to Van Dijk plus Sar or Minte. Do you prefer Sar or Minte? I prefer Sar, but again, Minte is not going to go to the African Cup of Nations. Sar is going to go. Again, for the short term, Sar is one of my favorite midfielders. You just need to see to try to not have too many players who are going to go to the African Cup of Nations because in an ideal situation, you don't want to use all your 5 free transfers in Game Week 16. At least that's my plan. But yeah. So Gabriel plus Reinders to Van Dijk. Yeah, I would go Van Dijk plus Sar. Minte is also a nice option, but I think that Sar is better, definitely, but he's more expensive also. And also he's going to go to AFCON, so... But yeah, Van Dijk plus Sar sounds better. Thanks, bro. No problem. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Let's try to hit 20 like, guys. We got 90 at the moment. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. We have 44 minutes till the deadline. and we have a lot of questions. Thanks a lot for your incredible support today and in the recent weeks. It really means a lot, and it really keeps me going, obviously. Hopefully you enjoyed also my stream with FPL Fran. Is Gakpo any good? Yeah, I mean, if you can guarantee me that Gakpo is going to start all the games in the next 5, I would buy him. I would probably sell Semenyo for a -4 to buy Gakpo, but again, this is the only problem about Gakpo. Right now, short term, yeah, I think that he's fine because Wirtz is also out, Bradley is also out, and maybe Soboslai is going to play as a right back. So Gakpo's minutes are going to get better. Also, Ekitike could play as a left winger, so he's not somehow 100% sure. There are scenarios where Gakpo could be on the bench, right? But yeah, the fixtures are great for Liverpool. He's amazing when he's playing. His stats are amazing. He's better than someone like Mbeumo. But again, the minutes are just better for Mbeumo, so that's why everyone is going for Mbeumo. Um, Bench one, Ekitike, Haaland, Mateta, or start all three. I'm surely you don't need to. Surely you can't bench Erling Haaland, right? Tonto da Cameleon. I would start all three of them. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would start Ekitike, Haaland, and Mateta. Surely you, if you're forced to bench one, probably I would bench Ekitike, but I would try to find a way to play all of them. Hi Harlotsvile, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here again on the stream. Hey Dennis, thanks a lot for joining. Is Reece James starting? Again, I can't guarantee you that, but if you can wait till the deadline, maybe we're going to get some leaks because Chelsea Burnley is the first kickoff, so maybe we're going to get a leak about Reece James. Now I can guarantee you that he's going to start. Maybe Florin, who's here in the chat, can help you more about that because he's a Chelsea fan. But again, there are some doubts about Reece James. I think personally, I think that there's a good chance he's going to start because he missed the last game week against Wolverhampton. But yeah, Florian Wirtz is expected to be out. Yeah, no, this is just. At the moment, we got no news, guys. So yeah. Hi, Ray Claps. Thanks a lot for joining. Should I get O'Reilly for Gabriel and Igor Thiago for Krupi? For Krupi to get Thiago, I think that's a perfectly good option depending on your chip strategies. But again, O'Reilly, should I get O'Reilly? I would not go there. That's what I'm going to say. I would not buy O'Reilly just because of the minutes risk. Ainieri is back. Guardiol could play there. He's an amazing pick if he's going to start. Again, this is not the best fixture to buy O'Reilly anyway against Newcastle away. So I would try to wait or just buy other players instead. Or maybe when Ainieri is going to go to the AFCON, then yeah, O'Reilly maybe is going to become an option. But right now I would not go there. Captain Salah or João Pedro? Surely that's not the question. Surely that's not the question. Harlotsville, just Captain Mohamed Salah, just Captain the King. João Pedro has almost always scored against weaker sides. With João Pedro, his minutes could be also managed, I think, against Burnley. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to think about it. If I had Mohamed Salah and João Pedro, I would just captain Mohamed Salah, probably. So, yeah, at home, at Anfield, on penalties against Nottingham Forest, a good fixture. Yeah, I would just do it. If I had any other player this game week, if I had what player I want this game week, I would captain Salah. So pretty much he's my first option, but I understand it's not for everyone. Dennis, would you bring in Danny Welfung from Brighton? So Milo Taff, you're thinking about Danny Welbeck, right? Welbeck, I think that he's a nice option for the short term, yes. Yeah, I think that he's fine. It depends. Uh, Bench Tarkovsky or Rodon? Uh, I would bench Rodon, I think. Maybe it sounds a little bit crazy, but I think that I would start Tarkovsky instead of Rodon. I'm not a Chelsea fan. Sorry, Florin, if I mistaken you. Hi, Rizwan Ali. Thanks a lot for joining. Starbone or Rice? I wanted Bone or Rice. I wanted to transfer out Bone, but I think it might not be worth the hit this week as I have a pretty decent playing 11. Yeah, I would not sell Bone for a hit, I think. Um, Bone or Rice? I can't believe that this season we're thinking about. I get this question, start Bone or Rice, and I'm really thinking about which one of them is better. I mean, yeah, in the last seasons I wouldn't even think about these questions, but right now, again, I mean, I think that I would start Rice probably because of the set pieces threat. But yeah. Hi Dennis, how are you? Hi Emery Pam, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Yeah, I'm really good. Thanks for the question. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Manchester City lineup is very unpredictable. Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, I have Erling Haaland and Reinders, and I'm really annoyed. It's really annoying that I have Reinders. So yeah, because pretty much I don't know when to play him. So yeah, would you transfer in Bigan, Igor Thiago? Yeah, depending on your strategy, Welbeck and Igor Thiago are really similar players. If you're fitting in 13, I would buy Welbeck probably. If not, I would buy Thiago. It's been such an unpredictable season. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, most of that is because teams pretty much are defending better. The defenders are making more interceptions. They are making more defensive contributions compared to last season, and yeah, that's just changed the perspective pretty much. We're going to take a look also at your team, Rizwan Ali. Just a second to answer some questions. No Chelsea player this week? Yeah, sadly, no. For me, I'm not going to buy any Chelsea player. I don't think that's worth to buy them if you don't own them already. If you own Chelsea players, probably I would just keep them for this fixture. But yeah, I'm going to go in this game week without any. Richards for Gabriel. Yeah, Ray Claps. I think that's a perfectly nice option if you want to go cheaper. If you don't want to buy Van Dijk, if you don't want to buy Munoz, yeah, Richards probably makes a lot of sense. Probably he's one of my favorites, if not my favorite 4.5 million defender. Nico O'Reilly for Gabriel. I answered this question before. Man City lineup is really unpredictable. Emery is back. I just won't buy. I just won't do it because also this is not the week to buy a City defender. I think from my point of view, they're going to play against Newcastle away. If you still want to buy O'Reilly next game week, then yeah, maybe you should think about that then. But right now, no, it's not for me. Oh, by the way, thanks for that AFCON short. It really helps to remember things. Yeah, no problem. I made also a video about AFCON in this international break, I think, because yeah, I said why not? Let's talk a little bit about AFCON. But we're going to make more content about African Cup of Nation anyway, uh, before it's going to happen. And thanks a lot for watching. Obviously, it really means a lot. Hello, Svile. Is it okay to keep Gay? Any news about him? He is fit to play. So yeah, if you have Gay, just start him. Yeah, he's fit to play. Yo, hi Vukek. Thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciate it. Who would you start? Njay, Whiffler, Mukiele, or Anderson? Just one. Just one from those. Uh, Mukiele, no. It's between Njay and Anderson for me, but yeah, I would. If this was my team, I would just start Njay, the player on penalties. Yeah, Anderson has a nice fixture. Don't get me wrong against Sunderland, but I couldn't forgive myself if I was benching Njay and yeah, he was getting something. Yo, you going with Mateta again? Yeah, you're just seeing it right now. I had the captaincy for 1 week or two of Mateta, so yeah, second lucky time, right? No, no. The thing is, I want to go against Erling Haaland again, and I just don't have a better alternative. If I had Mohamed Salah, yeah, I would captain him, maybe Bukayo Saka, but Mateta, I think that it's a perfectly fine captaincy option, and honestly, I think that he's an underrated captaincy option. Nobody pretty much is talking about him. Hey Denis, how's going? Hi Danny Dimitrov. Thanks a lot for joining. Really good to see you here. Yeah, getting a lot of questions. Made my transfers. I'm really good. Hopefully you're the same. I don't have Mateta, but I have Sar. It is okay. Uh, I don't think that I would captain Sar. Depending on what players you have into your team, then yeah, I would. If you have Saka, if you have Mohamed Salah, if you have Bruno Fernandes, I would captain them faster than to captain Mateta. Okay, guys, so you send me some teams. Okay, let's let's look at them really quick. Virgil van Dijk in for Gabriel, Mbeumo in for Semenyo. Yeah, your team looks great. Rizwan Ali, yeah, I'm not sure if you took a -4 to sell Semenyo, but yeah, your team looks great for this game week. You're also captaining Mateta, so good luck to us. Hopefully, we're going to get something. This is how I would play also. I would bench Caicedo, Tarkovsky, and Van de Ven for sure. Yeah, good luck this game week. This team looks great. For Spidey, yeah, your team looks also great. You're captaining also Mateta. Good luck, guys. Hopefully, you're not captaining Mateta just because I'm doing that. I don't want you to feel bad. I can live with me. I don't know, uh, destroying my gaming for captaining Mateta, but I don't want to be responsible for you guys captaining Mateta. So again, don't do it just because I do it. If you think that he's a good captaincy option, then yeah. But your team looks also great, Spidey. And La Pulga, please suggest transfers. You have 3 free transfers. I would sell Gabriel to Van Dijk, pretty much, or Munoz, depending. And I personally just sold Gyökeres to Thiago. So I would do Gabriel to Van Dijk, Gyökeres to Thiago, and I'm not sure if you have the money, probably not, to go for from Unjae to Saka. Probably I would do that. Or Semenyo to Saka if you don't think that Semenyo is going to start. But yeah, pretty much that would be it. Nico Riley must be a great differential. City got good fixtures. Hi Seaman, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Man, again, he's a great differential, obviously, because nobody owns him. But Newcastle away, this is not. I just don't think that this is a great fixture, honestly, for to buy Nico O'Reilly. We can discuss a little bit more about him if you want next game week or when the African Cup of Nations is going to start. But at the moment, I just don't think that this is the week to buy him. Honestly, this is my opinion. So again, uh, thanks, no problem, Vukek. Thanks a lot for joining. 27 likes. Thanks a lot, guys, for supporting this channel. It really means a lot. Hit that subscribe button also if you're new around here. Do you think I should bench Anderson versus Sunderland? And if Semenyo doesn't play, he gets in, or bench Semenyo? I think that I would play Semenyo and bench Anderson, honestly. So Toj, I think that I would play Semenyo, and if he's not going to play, then you have Anderson on your bench. Hi Nisar, Saraya, I have Caicedo, Pedro, and Chaloba. Scared they may not start. Should I get somebody else? Maybe Minte. I am on a freet. On a freet, yeah, on a freet, you don't need to go for any of those players, honestly. If you want to go for Sanchez, that's perfectly fine. If you want to go for Joao Pedro, that's okay. But yeah, on a freet, don't go for Caicedo and Chaloba on a freet. Saraya, where can I send you my team? On Twitter. In this stream, you have the link to my socials. Uh, Let me just check. Denis underscore FPL on Twitter, on X. You can write it here on the chat. I don't mind. I'm just going to took a hit to bring in Belmo. I wanted to go against Haaland this gaming. Yeah, perfectly fine. Rizwan Ali. That's what also I'm doing. Um, I have enough for Njay to Gakpo. I'm not sure. I mean, I like it for the short term. I like it. Njay to Gakpo, it's a good transfer short term. But I just don't think that I would do it for this game, especially. I'm not sure. Again, if you wanna go different, Namit Kadiala, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Well, I think Newcastle are really good defensively at home, so the next best option was Mateta. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much my argument. I mean, there are other options like Saka, like Bruno Fernandes, but yeah, I agree with Mateta captaincy as a good option. Um, Nisar Saraya, as you said, I have a free video made this week. If you want to see a free team, I just don't have the time right now to make another free team. Also, if you want to look back on this stream, I made a free draft uh, half an hour, 40 minutes ago. So just go back to this stream and watch the free draft if you want to see that. But basically, I would go for 3 players from Liverpool, 3 from Crystal Palace, uh, some Brighton, some defenders from Aston Villa. That's what I would do for a free in Game Week 12. Newcastle conceded 3 against West Ham and Brentford, man. Yeah, but that was away from home, I think, Biplov. So or please correct me if I'm wrong. I think that those fixtures were away from home. Newcastle were one of the best defenses in the Premier League this season at home. Now, again, they in the last few fixtures, I agree, they were a little bit bad, worse than they were in the beginning. Hey, brother, how are you? Hey, Mkaki, CR, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Really appreciate the support. Yeah, I'm really good. Made my transfers. Just waiting for the deadline right now. Um, Morning, bro. I just took a -4. Hi, Juntao. Yeah, which player did you buy for a -4? And good luck anyway to anyone this gaming. Um, Sell Enzo or Sar. Hi, Nigel. I wouldn't sell any of them. I mean, you don't have any. You have any? Sorry, guys. I'm I'm speaking too fast. You don't need to sell Ismail Assar or Enzo, so neither of them probably. I would just keep them for this gaming. Nigel, uh, you don't have Saka. Why? Yeah, because I just don't think I've gone against him. I had Gyökeres, I had Gabriel, and just 2 free transfers, so I used them to buy Thiago and Van Dijk, and now I have 0, so I'm not going to take a hit to buy Bukayo Saka. And also the next 2 fixtures for Bukayo Saka are really not great, so I think that I'm going to go against him for the next 2, and then yeah, I'm going to see try to figure a way to buy him. So yeah, I think that there is no reason to sell Ismail Assar, and yeah, with Enzo Fernandez. Again, I would be tempted to keep him for this fixture, but yeah, if you wanna sell one of them, Nigel, I would sell Enzo Fernandez for sure. Did Gabriel, Chaka, and Gyökeres to Van Dijk, Saka, and Guyu. Really nice. Yeah, Gabriel to Van Dijk, Chaka to Saka, amazing. and Gyökeres to Guyu. Yeah, good transfers. Juntao, hopefully that's going to work for you. Are you also captaining Bukayo Saka? Are you going against Haaland? 13 likes. Thanks a lot, guys, for incredible support today. Really appreciated. I send you my team. We're going to take a look, Danny Dimitrov, in a second on your team. Sobo or Gakpo? I would go for Gakpo right now. I don't think that I would go for Soboslai at the moment. Good morning. Hi, Tanuja Aurora. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. What do you think about doing Semenyo to Sar? Already have Munoz and Mateta. I'm really tempted. As you can see from my team, I'm just going to start Semenyo because if Semenyo is starting, it's West Ham at home. So yeah, hopefully he's going to be okay. I suspect that he's going to be okay, but I can't guarantee anyone that Semenyo is going to start. But I don't think that I would do Semenyo to Sar. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would do that. Tanuja Aurora, home or away doesn't matter for City. Just saying. Yeah, Biplov, Tapa. I mean, it really matters, right? Haaland is way worse away from home, but yeah, I agree. Anyway, Manchester City are a way better team at home. I mean, I think at least that's my opinion, but obviously, yeah, at least for Erling Haaland, he is just not playing the same. Obviously, Man City could score some goals, but um, the thing is, I trust more Newcastle at home than I trust Man City. So yeah, Man City are still a good team away or not from home, but Newcastle are a different team at home, if that makes sense. Newcastle are a different team at home. They are much better. So yeah, usually, at least now we're going to see what's going to happen today. And yeah, Captain Semenyo, I wouldn't go that far. I think it is a little bit too risky to captain Semenyo from my point of view, but yeah, if he's going to start, he's good. Also, would you start Voldemort against Chelsea City if you had him? My other option is to start Mukiele or Tarkovsky. If the other options are Mukiele or Tarkovsky, I definitely wouldn't start Tarkovsky over Voldemort. Mukiele, nah, no. I think that I would start Voldemort in your case, Tanuja Aurora, but yeah. Hi Blake Williamson. Should I stick with Minte or upgrade to someone like Gakpo? Minte is a great option. He just rise in price last night, so I would keep Minte. If you wanna buy Gakpo, try to buy Gakpo by selling someone else, but I would not sell Minte. The fixtures are just getting better for him, so I think that you should stick with him. Honestly, I'm really happy to have Minte, so yeah. Biplov, no problem. I mean, again, I agree with you. City obviously are a good team, away or not from home. But thanks, man. Good luck for the gaming. Thanks a lot, Tanuj Aurora. Um, Tanuj Aurora, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Good luck and yeah, good. Have a good weekend, everyone. Let's just take a look. Biplov. Let's see who's right. I'm joking, man. Obviously. So Man City against Liverpool at home, 3-0. Right? In Game Week 10, Man City against Bournemouth, also at home, 3-1. Man City away from home in Game Week 9 against Aston Villa, they lost 1-0. So yeah, obviously Aston Villa are a good team, but still it's away from home. In Game Week 8, Man City at home, 2-0, right, against Everton. Man City against Brentford, away, just 1-0. I think that Haaland scored, right, in this fixture. Yeah, he scored, but he scored just one goal away to Brentford, which is a decent fixture. In Game Week 6, Man City at home to Burnley, 5-1. In Game Week 5, against to Arsenal, which is, again, the toughest fixture City are going to have all season, just one goal. Still, Haaland scored even against Arsenal, so yeah, he can score against anyone. Haaland, Man City against Man United at home, 3-0. Away from home, in Game Week 3, they lost to Brighton. At home, they lost to Spurs. Yeah, okay, so this is the first lose for them. Um, and yeah, they won, to be fair, against Wolverhampton away from home 4-0. But again, Wolverhampton are horrible. So yeah, Man City from the first 11 game weeks, at least it's looking like they are not that good of a team. I mean, slightly than they are at home. And yeah, pretty much this is just my opinion, obviously. Um, do you recommend any transfer change to 11 from bench or wildcard this gaming? Gehi, Senesi, Timber, Saka, Semenyo, Sar, Nje, Chaka, Haaland, Pedro, Mateta. I think that I would start Nje instead of Granit Xhaka, and yeah, pretty much that's it. I think. Yeah, I would start Nje honestly instead of Chaka, but yeah. One free transfer in the bank. Do you recommend any transfer change to 11 from bench or wildcard this gaming? Uh, yeah, your team is good. I think that I will roll. Hi, not Nepo. Thanks a lot for joining. Hello, Rogers or Timber to start. I think that I would start Rogers, but that's what I would do. If you wanna play safe, just start Timber. Yeah, Newcastle turn. Okay, Biplov. Let's see. So from game week 1, let's start the other way around now. Now, what are we looking here? To see if Newcastle are better at home, right? Where are they? Yeah, Newcastle away from home against to Aston Villa 0-0. Game week 1. At home, they lost to Liverpool 3-2. 1 point for you here. But it's also Liverpool, we need to admit that. And they were good in the beginning of the season. Then, where are they? I just can't see Newcastle. So, away from home, another 0-0. At home, 1-0 to Wolverhampton. But yeah, it's Wolverhampton. 0-0 against Bournemouth. So they were amazing in the beginning of the season anyway, defensive wise. At home to Arsenal 1-2. Yeah, they lost against Arsenal. They lost against Liverpool. Um, yeah, at home to Nottingham Forest 2-0. Um, mm, mm, mm. Away to Brighton, they lost. At home to Fulham, they won. Um, Away to West Ham, they lost 3-1. Away to Brentford, away they lost 3-1. They are horrible away from home, from the last gamings at least. And yeah, that's it pretty much. So yeah, they lost to Liverpool and to Arsenal. So fair enough, they lost to some of the best teams in the Premier League. But yeah, I agree. They are not in one of the best forms, let's say, in the last few fixtures. But it's true that they lost to West Ham and they lost to Brentford 3-1, both games away from home. So yeah. Any cheap midfielder for next game is just for bench boost, maximum 5.3 millions. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. So for which gaming? For the next gaming, right? Yeah, so for gaming 13. Tavernier against Sunderland could be, but he's 5.5, yeah, so you can't afford him. Garner from Everton. Nah, they're playing against Newcastle, I don't think so. Anderson from Nottingham Forest against Brighton at home. He's 5.3 million. So I would be tempted to go honestly for Anderson against Brighton at home. Buendia could be one. Buendia honestly could be the biggest punt if you want against Wolverhampton at home. He's going to play in Game Week 13. And yeah. But again, you have some doubts about his minutes probably, but he would be an amazing differential, I think. Um, and yeah, pretty much other than that, it's Chaka from Sunderland. Yeah, kind of that it is. Florin. Whoa, so many questions. Two questions, play Chaka or Njae or who to captain. Team is mentioned above. Who to captain? Yeah, I said Dexter I would play Njae, I think, instead of Chaka. And to captain, yeah, I think that I would captain Saka or Mateta, but that's what I would do again. If you wanna go captain Erling Haaland, that's perfectly fine. Would you -4 Gabriel to Virgil van Dijk to bench boost in Jaya, Senesi, Anderson, Dubravka, but Semenyo starting? If you think that Semenyo is going to start, then yes. If you have any doubts about that, again, taking a -4 for to use the bench boost is not ideal. If you can use your bench boost for free next game week without taking that hit, that's perfectly fine. I would prefer to do that, but yeah. Your bench looks great if that's going to stand. Njaya, Senesi, Anderson, Dubravka, and Semenyo starting. But yeah, basically, what do you think for Northern Derby London? We're going to talk about that after we're going to be locked in. Okay, if that's not a problem, not Nepo. I think that is going to be not such a high scoring game, but that's just my opinion. We're going to talk also about that after we're locked in. Would you do Gabriel to Munoz and Sar to Bruno, or just do Gabriel to Van Dijk and save the transfer? No, no, I would not sell Sar. No way, no way. See, man, I would just do Gabriel to. I would just do Gabriel to Munoz or to Van Dijk. But Sar to Bruno Fernandes, I think that Sar is a better pick than Bruno Fernandes, honestly, this gaming. They have Black Magic at home. Yeah, I was thinking about Anderson, to be fair, but he is on -80% price fall. I mean, you want to buy him now? Can't you buy him next game week before the game, Florin? If not, then yeah, just don't buy a player who's going to fall in price. Isge, he, although I'm just not sure how likely is that he's going to fall in price. Is Gay gonna play? Yeah, Mitil, Bete, Gay is going to play. Thank you making the changes now. No problem, Dexter. Thanks a lot. Sorry, guys. I know that I forgot about seeing some teams. So who sent me FPL Universe? Yeah. Did you guys send me other teams? Because I don't see any. Yeah, Danny Dimitrov, you send me your team, I see. Made two transfers. Made two transfer Gabriel to Van Dijk and Semenyo to Rice since I had 3 free transfers. I'm kind of biased for Saka captain, but yeah, I also think this is the best gimmick to bench boost for my team. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Saka captaincy. I don't mind Saka as a captain. Maybe if I had him, probably I would think about using the captaincy on him too. Bench boost is looking really good. Yeah, I would just use it with Richards, Rodon, Welbeck, and Dubravka. Yeah, your team looks great. Enzo, Sarminte. Hopefully, Enzo is going to start for you, but yeah, can buy. Yeah, really good team there. You got there. So yeah, we got hi Thomas Nielsen, thanks a lot. Isaac or Salah on a free? Mohamed Salah definitely. I would have Salah on a free, and he would be also my captain, I think. Yeah, no questions there. Thomas Nielsen, also thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, for the amazing support today. It was, yeah, one of the funnest streams to do in a while. A lot of people, a lot of questions. I'm honestly a little bit tired about asking so many questions, but yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And yeah, we're going to stay here also after the deadline. I have Timber, Chaloba, Senesi, Gay in defense. Need one more differential. Already got 3 Arsenal, Bournemouth, and Palace players. You have 4 decent defenders for this gaming, Mitil. Thanks a lot for the feedback. Yeah, sorry, Danny Dimitrov. I want to answer all the questions, so that's why I rushed a little bit your answer. But yeah, when I have the time, I try to discuss even more. I would go for someone like Anderson, Mitil. If you have already 3 Arsenal, Bournemouth, Palace, I would go for an Arsenal, for a Fulham defender, probably in Anderson. 5.1 millions, or for someone like Konate, but I guess you can't afford him, right? I'm back. Does anyone know if Rhys James is starting? Just a second, let me check, but not yet. Yeah, we didn't get any leaks. Um, but we still have 7 minutes till the deadline, so thanks a lot for the feedback. That's what I like about you and your streams. Since your audience isn't massive, you can pay attention to everyone and answer every question. Thanks. Yeah, Danny Dimitrov, that's exactly it. At the moment, I don't have a big audience, and I can answer all the questions. Now, I'm still trying to answer all the questions, even if there are going to be more people on the stream, but it's a little bit more tougher to do that. And yeah, I answer also questions. If you want to send me some comments on my videos, if you message me on Twitter, I try to answer all the questions anyway, besides the stream. So thanks a lot for watching my content and being here on the stream. It really means a lot. And yeah, I try to advise anyone and answer all the questions. Sorry if I don't really have the time always to see all the teams. You know what I mean? I've sent my team on Twitter. Can you see it? Yeah, for sure, Malbert, we're going to see it. How about the City Defender? I don't. I would not go there right now. I don't think that this is the week to go for a City Defender. Good luck this gaming. Hopefully, Mateta Captain works for you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Uh, the same for you, Dani Dimitrov. Good luck this gaming and have a nice week. Yeah, I don't see if anyone send me another team. I don't see it. I don't see it, Malbert. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. We have 5 minutes till the deadline, so make sure you make your moves, lock in your teams. Um, This is going to be a really interesting game week to see what's going to happen. Mateta triple captain. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to triple captain Erling Haaland against Leeds or West Ham. But yeah, if you feel like it, just go with your gut. DMs now. Sorry. Bench one of Minte, Semenyo, Sar for Thiago. Kadiala. Minte, Semenyo, Sar for Thiago. I would play Thiago, I think, just because he's on penalties instead of yeah, I think that I would play Thiago and bench Minte. Van Dijk or Munoz. Van Dijk long term, Munoz short term. Quick reason why you are going for Mateta. Hi Patrick Steen. I want to go against Haaland and I just don't want to go against Bruno Fernandes. That's the quick reasoning. And also they're going to play against Wolverhampton, who are one of the worst defensive in the Premier League. So yeah, sorry for the short answer, but yeah, I need to also I want to answer all the questions, and it's pretty hard to do it at the moment since you are a lot today. Um, yeah, I don't see your team, Malbert. Sorry, but yeah, I just didn't get it on Twitter. So yeah, I keep refreshing it, but I don't see it. Perfect. Thanks a lot, Patrick. Again, I'm not advising anyone to go to captain Mateta just because I'm captaining Mateta, but yeah, that's how I'm going to go. That's how I want to play the game. I want to go against Haaland. And yeah, maybe it is going to go totally wrong, but it is what it is. I captain Mateta also last week against Brighton instead of going for Haaland, and yeah, it was minimal damage. Hopefully, it's going to be better now. But yeah, I captain Mateta too. Good luck, Biplov. Good luck, everyone. Belmo is most transfer in, blank incoming. Now, if we follow the curse of the most transferred in player, yeah, Belmo probably is going to be the next one to blank. But yeah. So yeah, let me just check my team is okay. So my vice captain is going to be Erling Haaland if somehow Mateta is missing, at least I have Erling Haaland as my backup. But yeah. Let me just see if we got anything. Yeah, no news about Chelsea. Sorry guys, didn't get any leaks. I don't see at least any leaks. So Mateta captain, Alderete first on the bench. Semenyo hopefully is going to start. Yeah, my team is locked in. What it is, it is going to be where I can send my team on Twitter. But again, we probably don't have the time. I'm going to look at your team after the deadline because yeah, we are 1 minute. We have 40 seconds. So guys, make sure you lock in your teams. Okay, bro. Good luck. Good luck, Biplov. Biplov, Tapa. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciated. Also, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would be really much appreciated, and it really means a lot. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm captaining Mateta yet again against Wolverhampton instead of going for Erling Haaland. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. I'm going to need it. Definitely. Good luck, Tonto da Cameleon. Also, I think that we are locked in. Yeah, we are locked in. Thanks everyone for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. We're going to stay here also to talk if you want even more. We're going to stay here for half an hour, something like that, to see the lineups for Chelsea, Burnley. Captaining Mateta as well. Let's go. Good luck, Mitil. Thanks a lot for joining. XTI 2020. Good luck to you also. Thanks again, guys, for joining the deadline stream. If you're leaving, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. You know the drill. We're going to have more content coming up this week, but yeah, finally we can chill a little bit. So we're locked. Uh, yeah, what could go wrong, right? I'm captaining Mateta over Haaland. What could really go wrong? Captain Semenyo, yeah, the deadline is over, so I would not do it. Mkaki, I think. I think that I wouldn't go that far to captain Semenyo, but yeah, now we can chill a little bit. Um, whew, this was a pretty intense stream. Thanks a lot, guys, for making it that hard. So many questions, so many questions. Really happy that I could answer all of them. 35 likes, amazing, amazing support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me, and yeah, it's all thanks to you. Thanks a lot for watching my content. Yeah, every week. It's really incredible. Uh, I just want to try something new and put Garnacho over Pedro. Good luck, Emery Pan. Good luck. Hopefully, Garnacho is going to start and you're going to have a nice game week. Um, yeah, just a second, guys. Just let me post my team on Twitter and then we can chill a little bit. Do Mateta. Good luck with the gaming, Dennis. Good luck, Thomas Nielsen. Thanks a lot. Do you play Clash Royale? I played Clash Royale, I think, some years ago. I just didn't know that the game still exists right now. Um, yeah, nice, nice. Honestly, I don't play a lot of games at the moment. I just don't have the time to do it with the job, with other stuff. But yeah, I played also Clash Royale, guys. So do. So what you ended up doing, guys? I didn't saw the poll. So 62% are captaining Haaland, 21% Mateta, 13 Saka. Okay. Uh, I'm really curious about the effective ownership, honestly, on Erling Haaland and the other players, obviously, because I think that this game week, I'm still expecting Haaland to be the most captain player, but I think that is going to be a little bit more shared this game week, I think. Yeah, okay. I posted my team, so let's see what we have also. Let's move to Twitter a little bit. Captain Mateta. Nice, nice. Good luck, everyone. Also, by the way, yeah, make sure you follow me on socials. We have a Discord group also. It's not so big at the moment, but there we can chat also. So yeah, make sure you join my social, my Discord, my Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want. And yeah. Do. Okay. Mateta missed a lot of chances, bro. I am scared. I just hope that he's going to get some chances because against Brighton last game week when I captained him in game week 11, he didn't have a lot of chances at all. I think that he had one shot. So at least I think that I hope that he's going to get the chances. Um, and yeah, I am scared too, but it is what it is. Let's see also what's happening on Twitter. So for Ben Kremlin, if you don't know him, he's the guy with the fixtures. He's really helping us when the doubles, when the blanks are going to come. So yeah, make sure you follow him also if you're interested in that. Gabriel and Njaya to Virgil van Dijk and Cunha. Really interesting transfers. He's also captaining Bruno Fernandes instead of Haaland. Now, yeah, that's really bold captaincy. FPL Erie also really good content creator who's having an amazing rank at the moment, 92k. Saka captain for him, really nice. Am I the only content creator who captain Mateta? I'm really scared now. If not Mateta or Haaland, who would have been your captain choice? uh if I had Mohamed Salah, I would have captained him 100%. Maybe if I had Bukayo Saka, it's really tough for me to say it right now. Uh, because if I had him, maybe I would be tempted to captain Saka instead of Mateta. But since I don't, it was easy for me to just captain Mateta. So yeah, this would be my order. I think my top: Mohamed Salah, Saka, Mateta, Haaland, and pretty much that's it. Then Bruno Fernandes or something like that. So yeah, there aren't a lot of players I would be captaining. Uh, so for FPL Raptor, for Ross, he captained Haaland after all. Um, yeah, Gabriel to Timber. Nice move. He's benching also Semenyo and playing Rodon. Okay. FPL Harry, everybody knows him, right? Thanks a lot for joining the Discord, Spidey. Yeah, we can talk there also when the games are here. Hopefully, we can have a little bit, make a little bit of a community there to talk, to have some questions there. So yeah, FPL Harry, Gabriel and Njay out, Van Dijk and Saka in. Okay, and he's still captaining Haaland in the end. Okay. So Liverpool may pick Alexander Isak ahead of fitter players according to Arne Slot. That's what I was trying to say today. So yeah, I'm not sure if Isak is going to start today, but I think that there should be a chance. Bemo captain for Andy Martin, okay. Um, Yeah, no leaks for Chelsea yet. So Andy, he did Gabriel Semenyo to Timber and Cunha. Okay, so she gone away with Cunha. Really interesting option. And he sold Semenyo also first time. Okay. Yeah. FPL Pickle. Uh, she has 4 free transfers. Gabriel to Van Dijk, captaining Haaland. So yeah, it's looking like I'm the only uh, content creator who captain Mateta. So I'm a little bit scared right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a little bit scared right now. Um, all content creators are scared to go differential captain. I mean, Haaland is just amazing at the moment, so it's really tough to argue against captaining him. But yeah, did you expect Harry to captain someone else? Uh, yeah, I mean, he was. I think that he was most weeks captaining. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I just had the feeling that uh, a lot of the content creators were going to captain Bukayo Saka for this week, but it seems like it's just Andy from Let's Talk FPL who's doing that. So yeah, yeah, makes sense. I mean, again, it's going to be horrible if Haaland is going to do something, but yeah, I'm okay with my decision. I even captained Mateta instead of Haaland when he played Game Week 11 against Liverpool. So I again, when I can go a little bit different, I'm going to do it. I mean, again, I'm not. My rank is not such big at the moment. If my rank was 10k or 100k, probably I would have just captained Erling Haaland for the safety. But since I'm not doing that well, let's say at the moment, I don't really mind going for a differential captain. And I think that this is the week to do it. A lot of people also uh, captain a different player. So, and also, by the way, because probably a lot of people captain the other players, maybe you're actually going to get something if you captain Haaland and if he's going to do something. So that's not out of the question, I think. So yeah, now we're pretty much waiting for the Chelsea news. So thanks for joining the Discord, MZ. Good to Spidey. Good to have you here. 18 people on the stream. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Really appreciate the support. 36 likes. This was one of the best live streams in a while. Thanks to you. This was my team. I'm not sure if people are just joining this stream because I captain the different player than Erling Haaland, and also I captain Mateta, who a lot of people are not discussing at the moment. But yeah, if that's the reason, yeah, fair enough. Thanks a lot for joining anyway. Really appreciate the support. Um, yeah, if you have any questions, any more questions, we're here to talk about pretty much anything you want. We're waiting to see the leaks, not the leaks, the team squads for Chelsea, Burnley, and yeah. Okay, so Andy from Let's Talk FPL got an Instagram message about Semenyo starting. Now it's not 100% guaranteed, but it is something, right? So really happy I didn't sell him yet. Enzo Fernandez is starting also. Also, Enzo Fernandez is starting. I just saw a leak. Yeah, Andy captained Bukayo Saka. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, a lot of other content creators captain Haaland. Again, obviously I follow other content creators. This is not a circuit for me because I enjoy watching a lot of them. That's why also I tried to invite FPL friend, and he accepted my invitation. If you missed that stream, you can still see it from Tuesday. So yeah, he is a really nice guy. Yo, bro, did you use triple captain? If not, when? I didn't use my triple captain, and I'm going to use it in Game Week 13, probably. So yeah, this Game Week, next Game Week, I'm going to use it. Um, Tosin is next to Chaloba, so Chaloba is starting. Caicedo is on the bench, guys. So yeah, Fernandez is starting. It looks like bit early in the Premier League, but top six prediction for the season. Uh, Top six: Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool. I'm going to say Man United. Chelsea also. So I think that these are going to be the five teams. And then I think it's going to be between Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Spurs, and Bournemouth maybe. So I'm going to say Crystal Palace as an underdog story, let's say. But City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, I would say top five. And yeah, let's see if Man United can live up to the expectations. Okay, so we got the lineup for Burnley. Tuanzebe is still starting. I think that he's 3.8 or 3.9, something like that. So an interesting option. Um, where's the team for Chelsea? Give us the team. Give us the team. Okay, I will need to search for it, I guess. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Chelsea lineup. It seems like it's not posted yet. They are delaying it for some reason. Show us the team. Um I hope Garnacho just stay on the bench because he's not starting. He's not starting. Why can't I see the team? What? It seems like Rhys James is not starting, right? Yeah. No, James is starting. So as I said, happily for a lot of people to keep Enzo Fernandez. Hopefully, you're going to get something for him. Really happy. I advise you to keep him if you have him. Um, but where's the official team though? Why? What? Am I missing something? Why is the not here on the official page? Yeah. So Gusto is benched. Uh, yeah, here it is. Finally, we have it. Oh my God, what is with this style of showing the team? So Sanchez, James is starting. Chaloba, Tosin, Cucurella, Andres Santos instead of. I mean, Enzo probably is going to play a more deeper role, if I'm not wrong here, because Caicedo is on the bench. But at least he's starting. He's on penalties probably. Neto, Joao Pedro, Gittens, Delap. So yeah, good luck, everyone. Really happy that I advise anyone with Chelsea players to just keep them for one more game. Now, besides Caicedo, pretty much everybody is starting. Um, so yeah, this is the lineup. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. Let's try to get to 40 likes before we end this stream. Thanks a lot. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the stream, hit that subscribe button also if you're new around here. If you have any more questions, yeah, I'm still here for 5 minutes or something like that. But yeah, thanks a lot. This was an amazing stream. And yeah, I really appreciate all the support I got from you. And this week's in general, I really appreciate the support. This was a great stream. Um, so let's hope. Yeah. So pretty much that's it. Uh, this was my team for this gaming. Wish me luck with Mateta captaincy. Hopefully, my rank is not going to be destroyed this week. Thanks a lot, Florin, for being here on the stream. Need to go. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. If you're on your way out, I wish you a great game week in FPL, but more importantly, to have a nice weekend, a nice rest with your friends, with your family. Really appreciate the support. Thanks a lot. Uh, and yeah, I'm going to see you next week. Right now, the international break is over, so we're going to have a lot of game weeks coming in thick and fast. So yeah, hopefully we can get something. This was my team. Good luck, Dennis. Thanks a lot, Tonto, Da Chameleon. Good luck to you too. Good luck to everyone. If you guys still have some questions, I'm more than willing to still remain here on the stream. But yeah, if not, we're going to end it here. And yeah, you're going to have a lot of content to watch from me in the coming game weeks. Make sure you watch it if you want to support the channel. Leave a like. Every comment, everything helps a lot this channel, and I really appreciate your support for this whole period. Also, Raul, thanks a lot for being here. You've been here for, I don't know, almost a year since I started back making FPL YouTube content, and I really appreciate your support. Almost every deadline, you were here, and you're also watching my content. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you're getting also something for it. If not good FPL advice, is at least you have a good conversation with me. So yeah, I really enjoy having you here on the stream. And yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. See ya, Spidey. Good luck, everyone. There are still 20 people on this live stream, so I'm not sure if I should end the stream or not, but yeah. Or if you want guys to talk a little bit about other things, that's also a possibility. So um, yeah, I'm going to remain 2-3 minutes to see if anyone wants anything. No, Raul, you are awesome, and you alongside the other people who are watching my content and supporting this channel and turning up every week to this live stream. So yeah, thanks a lot. You're also helping me make decisions. This is not a live stream when I'm just giving you my advices and that's it. You're also helping me with my team, and yeah, it's always nice to have other opinions and different perspectives. Let's say it. Kenya is locked. Hi, Blackberry, Karingo. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Yeah, we are locked in. We are locked in. The deadline passed 28 minutes ago. So, yeah, Gaming 12 is over. Hopefully, it's going to be amazing. We have a big day today in terms of FPL. A lot of games being played at 3 p.m. UK time. A lot of important players playing and involved in those fixtures. So, yeah. It's going to be make or break pretty much for me with Mateta captaincy at 3 p.m. and then Erling Haaland against Newcastle away. Let's see. Hopefully the damage is going to be minimal, at least if there's going to be some damage. But yeah, can't do anything about it now. Yeah, we're going to end it now. Thanks a lot, guys, again for turning up to this stream. It was an amazing stream, really fun. I had a lot of fun and enjoyed answer your questions. And thanks a lot for being that engaged. Thanks a lot for liking, for subscribing to this channel. Let's try to get to 40 likes before we leave. Uh, and yeah, I wish you all a good game week. Good luck in Game Week 12. Good luck in Game Week 13 also. And yeah, I'm going to have a lot of content for you coming up in the next few weeks. And yeah, make sure you watch it. Make sure you know the drill. So yeah, good luck everyone and have a nice weekend. Bye. See you next time.